Hello, denizens of the multiverse. Welcome to Roll Together RPG and to this game, Rebellion, Ruin, Repentance. You know, I did that. Usually I do games with like ampersands in now, but now I'm doing commas. I'm evolving. I am joined by 4 absolutely wonderful players who are going to help me fill in a bit of history. For those of you who've watched my previous games, know that there are a group known as the Gatecrashers, a group of multidimensional, agnostic problem solvers who have had a bit of a rough time. And especially, they've had a rebellion. And weirdly, this is the rebellion stage. How long does it last? A period of time. How does it get resolved? It does.
Does it?
Somehow.
Well, you know, it just constantly seems to be like, well, it's like any great empire. Like, finally, we've got it working. Oh my god, what's your problem? I don't like the emperor. Every time. Anyway. Every time. So, my name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns. I'm going to be your DM for today. I have a habit of going off on these weird little tangents. I don't know if you picked up on that in the first, 4 minutes of this.
I enjoy it.
And speaking of people who enjoy it, Ed, please introduce yourself into the public.
Hello, my name's Ed. I am an actor, and I'm currently on a boat, which is mine.
Amazing. And your pronouns are?
He, him.
Amazing. Pick someone. Pick someone, Ed.
Oh, right. In which case, Talia.
Oh, hello. My name is Talia, she, her, and I am here.
Pick on someone, Talia.
Ali, because you were underneath me.
Hi, my name is Ali. I use they, them pronouns. I am also here, but not the same here as Talia. Minutes ago, I was in another dimension because my camera was not working. I'm happy to be here with you to be part of the rebellion. When you started using the R's, I thought about reuse, recycle, reuse, and I was like, are we going to be part of that cycle in this campaign?
Weirdly, possibly.
Like the doom-filled version of that.
It's all very green.
And then last but not least, G.
No.
Hi, I'm G. I use he, him pronouns. I am here now. Another third here, but I was there previously.
Folks, because the Gatecrashers are multidimensional, it's very important that we all anchor ourselves where we're like, this is where we are. None of us are in the same time period even, but we know that we are here, and we are also here with you, audience.
If you're here.
Hands up if you're here. Great. As we all now anchor ourselves in, I think as we try and get that all fixed, let's have a quick message from our sponsors and our supporters.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check out their entire selection, including some limited Roll Together dice. And if you use the code Roll Together, all caps, at checkout, you'll get 25% off your next purchase.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
Big love to our D20 Club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 Club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok by searching Roll Together RPG or by following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and want to see our previous adventures, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or on your favourite podcasting app by searching for Roll Together RPG. So, the Gatecrashers. It is our duty to protect the multiverse. There are many great evils out there, and then there are many alternate versions of that great evil. I understand that some have felt disappointed in our focus on a certain timeline. Some would call it the original timeline or the sacred timeline. No. This doesn't mean that we care more or less about any certain... Sorry, what was that? Recording of previous Rebellion. Right. So, for those of you who have ever watched my games before, you will know that the Gatecrashers gather together a small group of, let's say, wrong'uns. A failed, rebellious Gatecrasher, a murderous a person going around murdering alternate versions of themselves, El Bandito, a Tanuki princess, the Lord of the Boneyard, and also Faerun, who just is a charmingly weird little elfin fellow with a lovely little squirrel. These heroes were sent off to go deal with a great evil, evil known as Broken Glass, a godlike being that was going to once, like so many godlike beings, wanting to destroy the multiverse. But the feeling was that if these Gatecrashers and their assistants didn't come back, it wouldn't be such a sad thing. But not all relationships between Gatecrasher and their assistants are so, let's say, tempestuous. Let us begin. We are in what is basically a scrapyard. There is just piles upon piles of metal, broken ships, weird, like, flashing crystals. A very large, masculine-looking fellow in long, like, flowing robes sits in a chair that sort of creaks under his weight. He seems to have got a drink from somewhere, and he just gently sort of like, yes, that is very, very good. Pardon. Reaches up as a handkerchief is passed to him by an unseen hand who just taps his mouth. Now, I do understand that you might be a bit reticent to be involved in the trade of this. The camera pans over to what basically looks like a space junker guy in leather dungarees, like goggles, soot, looking very scrawny. He's like, nah, mate. If you want them, then it's not really much my issue. I mean, they did destroy an entire planet with their, He starts gesturing like little feet. Yeah, well, that's most unfortunate, but I do understand that it's very important to recycle and reuse, especially when it comes to such an unpleasant situation as the. It's very warm in here, isn't it? As we look around, which is basically the expanse of space. And the guy's like, yeah, mate. No, very warm. I mean, I know who you are. Oh, I guess my reputation precedes me. My name is Gatecrasher. Yeah, mate. Thing is, I mean, I'm a trader. I'm a businessman myself. We sort of seeing like the shadows of other people like holding metal pipes moving around. And Gatecrasher's like, yes, a trader, and he's like, well, I understand that you want these Modron bodies, but I think what you've got's worth a lot more than whatever you're trying to offer. Oh, well, I was providing good credit. Yeah, now, see, what you've got there is one of those silver key things, and I mean, that could be used for a variety of like. We see the guy sort of like going, "Can you just?" As the gatecrasher also notices this guy's like gesturing, like, "Can you do?" And he's like, "I wouldn't advise doing that. You see, my associate here probably wouldn't be particularly happy." Ed, the camera's going to pan over to you as basically a space junker is going to try and crack you over the head with an iron pipe.
Amazing.
Will you please introduce us to your character and then tell us what you're going to do to stop you and your gatecrasher getting, I believe, bonked is the technical term? I'm not sure.
I think technical is not the word, but yes, it is a term you can use. So my character is called Vavasaur Blue. In appearance, they are they them pronouns. They have so they're 6 foot in height, sort of human shaped, lacking any hair whatsoever, and has, I would say at the moment, alabaster skin, but it may change because they were born of a slave in a slave camp and sold to a family, and the patriarch of the family died, and they wanted to preserve this the patriarch, and so somebody had to get a soul tattoo, and Vavasaur was the only person who didn't really have a choice, but was also like, yeah, it sounds fun. So now the tattoo is a movable one, so having started off being nearly entirely white with black filigree lines, you can now switch that, so it's sort of a moving Rorschach test. And that is, so that will be changing now that suddenly there is a threat happening, particularly because they will be aware of this because they have a pistol of warning.
Who is warning? The enemy or you?
Well, let's see.
Ed, how does that work? Does it vibrate, or does it just kind of go off? You're like, danger, bang!
Well, hang on. This magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have... It doesn't actually... Yeah, no, it doesn't actually say what it does. I think
You are about to be attacked.
I think that might be...
Some lady boys.
Danger! Danger!
High voltage! Okay. But either way, so what's going to happen is the... I think... I'm just trying to remember what I have other than the pistol.
Folks, you have to forgive me. I have a nasty habit of just throwing things at my player.
No, that's great.
And
That's
never
great. That's
making
great.
it clear. I'm like, I'm describing a scene. It's you! You're the one who's there.
So yes, so the I think because the fine, cool. In which case, the pistol is actually going to come out and attempt to shoot the junker rather than the person who's trying to hit me.
So the one who is basically threatening your gatecrasher rather than the one who's about to clunk you.
That's what I mean. So
That's fair.
The shield, I have a white dragon scale shield on my arm. That's going to go up and defend, and the gun will come out and shoot the junker.
Okay, please roll an attack.
Excellent first class. Hang on. Work with me here. So. That did not work at all. 3 on the dice. That is a shame. Oh, well.
I think that's the thing. I like the gun goes off. It doesn't hit like the junker, but like hits the table, and you see
Nice.
like,
Yes.
oh.
enough to provoke a reaction.
Lads, get him!
Right.
Yes, as you're going in, they begin to try and hit you basically with a pipe.
Nice.
Does a 15 hit you?
Work, damn you. Sorry, I've just done something stupid, I think.
Ed has just ejected his character
No,
into
I haven't.
space.
Oh, thank God for that. I don't know what just happened then, but it was not helpful. So a 15 does not hit me, and also in reaction to that, where has it gone? The shield will cast, I think, a hellish rebuke. Oh my God, this is annoying. Sorry,
It's okay.
For some reason, the tech is not playing well.
It's the problem. We're in
But
space.
yes, I think it's fine. So let's go with that. Let's look at that. Deadly rebuke. Sorry. Immediately after a creature hits you with a melee attack, it has to actually hit me.
You know what? This is a one shot. I want to see your deadly rebuke. I want to see.
Awesome. In which case, it automatically does 2, 3. This much necrotic damage to the thing that. Oh! It's 3d6 damage, but it comes out as 16.
What does your necrotic damage look like?
Because it's interesting. Basically, the surface of the shield starts bubbling, and the shoots out like tiny icicles, like sort of and all of them dissolve into acid onto the person.
You just like a horror thing. Yes, he's holding it and going, oh no!
Yeah.
And he literally gets to say the wonderful lines, the goggles, they do nothing!
Exactly.
As it collapses, as just Gatecrasher, who's still like drinking his drink politely, and then puts it down and was like, well, as you see, we're not as weak and stupid as you may think. I would apologise on behalf of my associate here, but you rather try to, do us there, I believe, as they say among your so I'll tell you what you're going to do. If you don't want the rest of your associates being melted by my associate, you're going to give us those modrons, and I can, jolly well get out of here. I believe it's shepherd's pie back at the HQ, and I'm rather looking forward to it.Maybe a bit of jam rolling. He's like just starts describing what he wants for his dinner as you just sort of as that was what you see. This kind of guy's like, it's like an inversion, like it's like you've passed an intimidation check by like taking down one of his men, and it's like,
I think that fits.
All right. I'm sorry. Well, I appreciate it. It's not going to fix the problem, but saying sorry is the first step. Anyway, you go start getting your boxes together. This guy pretty much like sprints off and starts shouting. Your Gatecrasher turns to you. That was very, very well handled. I'm glad. You're not hurt at all, are you?
Of course not, sir. Anything I can do for you, sir, it would be a pleasure.
Oh, well, that's delightful. Just like goes, are you looking forward to the shepherd's pie, Vavasor?
Inevitably, sir. Anything that I can consume is excellent.
Oh, no, delightful.
I could never keep up with your appetite, sir, but that is the sign of an excellent and healthy individual.
Indeed, I've had quite a bit of experience. Your Gatecrasher has pretty much been taking you around the multiverse, and to experience
On a gastronomic tour.
Pretty much. This is probably in the few months that you've been doing this. That's a weird thing. It's been like having a nice time out seems to have come first. It's like, weirdly, you've inadvertently saved multiple worlds, but it's mostly been, we have to go try. They have a particularly fine.
Yes, whatever the local delicacy is.
Yes. So you have been having an absolutely grand time of things, and indeed a box of how curious do you think you would say you are, being presented, if you were presented with a box?
I think so I would definitely want to know what was in it. It's the thing of quite how servile this poor being is. They would want to know what was in it in order that the Gatecrasher would know what was in it. Absolutely. And also in an attempt to be like Jeeves, although they have no idea who that would be, that's the sort of thinking behind it. Is I must know so that the master will know.
Of course. You do. Also, it's worth pointing out that these junkers have already tried to pull a fast one on you.
Booby traps.
Booby
Exactly.
traps. So you do open it up. The box is indeed full of pieces of metal.
Oh.
Arms,
Yeah.
legs, round ball-like things
Sockets,
that, as you look very much like eyes. And as you're sort of like looking at it, you're like, what's your intelligence?
Oh, a 10.
10. Again, you're like, huh. Well, this certainly is something.
Yes.
I don't know why Sir would want a box full of parts, but
But it isn't dangerous, at the very least.
Well, so make a perception check.
Oh, okay. This should be good. 12?
It doesn't seem to be dangerous. I mean, there's a few things that could look like they would have been weapons, but there's certainly nothing in this box is either ticking or yelling, "Let me out!"
Yes. So
yes.
that's fine.
Moving on its own.
Yeah, exactly. We're just like, well, this seems like an other person problem. Indeed, you do. You put the lid back on. The junkers, including the guy who's now got like a bandage around his eyes, who's like sort of like they're still making him like pull things. They put it together. Your Gatecrasher very gets up from his chair. It's one of those like camp chairs that I think hands back
Straining
to
at every sinew, but that's exactly
Absolutely.
the thing. Spread the weight and it's
Yes,
fine.
yes,
I would automatically run over and sort of give him a hand wherever he's going, sort of present an arm.
Much appreciated. I said he's in rainbow robes, and so as something appears out, a cane appears in his hand as he sort of walks over, and is like, right, let's get back. Lifts up the cane, which you can see, and the handle has a key in it, silver key, and sort of spins it. The key starts. There is musical chime, and the portal opens, and you and your Gatecrasher travel back in order to enjoy shepherd's pie. Things haven't been going as smoothly on other planes. We are in a white, sterile room. There are various sort of mathematical equations, like newspaper cuttings up on the wall. As opposed to the Gatecrasher we've just seen, a Gatecrasher who's large and sort of but slow and focused. This Gatecrasher is small, has large rimmed glasses, and is very, very frantic. And it's running back and forth. And it's like, well, I don't quite understand why that didn't work, but there are certainly things that we can try. And sort of looks up to a sort of relatively tall, bald-headed man in a nice suit. And he's like, well, sir, professor, doctor, mathematician, many things. Well, sir, we do appreciate you using your scientific knowledge to assist us in this time, but things haven't quite gone the way that you were expecting, and that's the problem what comes with science, especially with the science of vaccination. You see, now a vaccine is part of the, and the guy says, yes, I am the scientific officer of this country. I am aware of how a vaccination, well, of course. But don't worry, my assistant will be back shortly, and I'm sure he will have the answer. Yes. At which point the door opens. G, can you please introduce us to who is walking into the room?
Yeah. So there, into the room walks. Actually, first into the room walks. It's about. It basically looks just like a log of a tree, maybe about a foot thick and a foot in diameter, and about a foot and a half tall. with two kind of twig stick little branches that it sort of toddles on, and two more that just sort of stick out like little arms. And it's got it's got little googly eyes on the front of it. So the door opens and it toddles in first of all, and then just behind it, a human man who looks very much like me because he is an alternate universe version of me.
Hey, folks, we kept it a secret. Yes.
Love that.
Alternate. So, folks, look forward to when I'm like, G.
Yeah. G, what does G do? G?
Yeah. Is alternate G called G?
Yes, this is a version
No
of me
way.
that I won't go into. I'll let at some point actual details come out. But a version of me that about 4.5-ish years ago, got scooped up by the Gatecrashers. But until then lived a life exactly like mine.
This alternate version of G walks in as Gatecrasher is like, G, marvelous. Did
Prince,
you go?
You all right? How's it going?
Absolutely fine. Now I haven't been to bed in a while, and I have been working quite hard on trying to find the vaccine. And the scientific officer here, afternoon.
Hi, sorry, I'm G. What's your name?
Hi, Chris. Nice to
Chris.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me how things are going?
Well, odd. Well, it looks, and there's just this man with massive glasses. Like, yes, why don't you, Chris? Well, we had there was a sickness, and a lot of people needed vaccination, and then your professor, doctor, the cures. Yes, Quince is Mudgy. Well, Quince here tried to fix it. I did everything in my powers, and next thing you know, tentacles. I'm just...
right.
Yes. You're aware that the cure is causing mutations, correct?
Yes. That's...
Right.
Well, we came to try and get a bit more information about it.
And
so then talking to Quince. So I thought you were just going to investigate, like try to fix the thing. Great, but what have you found out?
Well, tentacles are not a thing that people want. It just, again, looks at you unblinking and like, also, it's not smallpox. Chris is like, I could have told you it's not. Of course, it's not smallpox. I just.
Yeah.
So how exactly did you get in here? Do you have a concept of magic? Yes, it's like that. It's magic. Well, Chris, it's always a pleasure to be here in sunny London, but I and my associate need to take picks up a box and goes, "Run, G, run!" and starts trying to leg it out the other door. As Chris is like, "Stop!" Then looks back at you and like,
I think I'm also running, and because Otic can only move at 50 feet around, I reach down and grab by one of his arm twigs, and hook him up, and he's able to grab on and hold on to my shoulder.
G, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a human.
Hang on, I never got dice. Just a sec.
Surprise, folks.
Dex what? Dex check? Dex save?
Like a dex save. This is gonna be. It's gonna be a contested grapple, but
14.
Yeah, avoiding.
14. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, he got 7. So I think this scientific advisor just like, come back.
Sorry, mate.
Bye.
Sorry, Chris.
Oh, no. Oh, what am I going to tell the Queen? It's just the door flies open. Queen's running, and you see other like scientists, right? Very much going. A small man is running, holding like specimens. He's like, this way. Hold on. So like again, like his glasses going everywhere. He's not a runner usually. Finds his key and is like, this way. Hold on, don't worry, G. The next one will be a success, and we will save your world. I promise. If my name isn't Quince. Oh, I shouldn't be telling people that. Oh, that's a terrible verb. Okay, like opens, like sticks the key into a closet, turns it, flings it open as there's like the portal. It just opens and then sort of looks back at you. Almost like the tensions come out. Did you get a selection of delicious chocolate bars?
What
Do you
am I
want to
rolling
roll
for this?
for?
Not in
Like,
London, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
What's my chocolate skill?
Survival.
I was going to say
survival.
survival. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Roll survival. Yeah.
I mean, that's 23.
I almost want to say that we cut to G, like in a local supermarket, going one of those. One of those. Just
So
like
I have in my hand. There's a Curly Whirly.
Mm.
There's a Cadbury's Dream Bar. There's
Yes.
a Picnic.
Yes.
There's an 8-pack of Tunnix caramel
Yes.
wafers.
Mm.
And some custard creams.
Nice.
I will point out other delicious confectionaries are available. Not that we're being sponsored by Cadbury's anyway.
I'll happily be sponsored by Tony's. Tony's, if you're there,
Yes.
look.
Yes.
Tony's.
Tony's.
There is a Tony's bar.
As some of that mutates and we add in
I
more
paid for the
Tonys.
Tony's bar. I stole all the other ones still.
Very.
That makes sense.
I mean, this world is falling apart, but they're like, oh, at least we're still getting our money, you know. Yes, so G, you show your Gatecrasher Quince is like, absolutely marvellous. Well, we need to get back, and I need to go take these to the lab. Maybe a lab that is not so... It just looks, it's like armed security. It's like, I got to go! Leaps through the portal. Are you following?
I follow close.
Yeah.
Close behind.
The door slams shut as people just like, oh. Chris runs in. Is like, just like that. That very much that open it up to like a club. It's like, But I mean, not all Gatecrashers are so sort of take the fate of worlds into their own hands. We now sort of pan over. There is what basically is a rowboat, like a lifeboat, out floating in an ocean. As like in the distance, we see the sinking of a large like steamer as it's going down. One of the inhabitants of this boat is a freekreen, a creature, a bug-like creature with 2 sets of arms. This Gatecrasher is wearing basically a rainbow cowboy hat. Has been dressed up basically, if we're thinking of like Mark Twain kind of style, has obviously like got a little bolo tie, has dressed up, and just sort of goes, well, that wasn't quite the way that I thought that was going to go, but I hope that we've all learned something very important. Right, Captain? Looks down to, like, the head of a dead Loxodon. It's like, oh dear. Whoops. Okay, turns out that wasn't. Looks up. So let's do a debrief while we wait for the. How do you think that went? As the camera pans over, Ali, please tell us who else is in this lifeboat.
So you see a lion person. So you see an alternative version of Oryx Silverman. And you remember Oryx Silverman is this himbo, really cute, wearing this onesie of a unicorn. But things been rough, especially the last couple of hours. And as they are asked or inquired by the Gatecrasher, he is like still in commotion, but he's stitching himself because he's now missing a leg, an arm, and an eye. What happened? Maybe we will see one of those days, and you see the beautiful onesie now just tainted in blood, or dried blood. But he's always like positive. So although he's missing all these parts and sort of like trying to put some sort of prosthetics, he turns and smile, this sort of weird smile, because now he's also missing some feet. So it's like, it could be worse.
Well done, young old. Wow. Yes, indeed, it could be worse. We have escaped, well, not unscathed, like gestures after you, but and there are currently no survivors. Apart, looks down at the body of the captain, but at least we know whatever that creature was, it hopefully wouldn't watches as like a black shadow rises out of the ship and like, oh, biscuits. Okay. So, Oryx, we don't lie. But I think now's a good opportunity for us to work out what our story is. Correct? How do we turn this gestures as we just hear the of the steamship slowly sinking? How do we turn that into a positive?
We're still alive.
Correct.
Now we know that they have an affinity for legs or like limbs in general. So sorry about you. Who still have more limbs than I. I don't know. I guess we can always say that what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
Exactly. And if we get back to Gatecrasher HQ, which I'm sure we will, you could get a variety of limbs. It's always I would love to have more limbs. He says, gesturing with his four hands, and just like, bless him, bless Gatecrasher. He's trying. He's not. This is a Gatecrasher, folks, that people kind of like. They're like, this Gatecrasher would take good care and make sensible choices. Somehow, working with Oryx, big choices are being made. They're not the best, but big choices are. Like, if you're thinking about like going, there was a problem on this steamship. There isn't a problem on the steamship anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Everyone is assumed dead, but it's just like
that's a different problem.
That's a problem. That's a later problem.
Yeah,
it's not a problem, right? Yeah. Because it's done.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Yeah,
and it's said like when you go back to base and the data's filled in, you're like, this monster enjoys limbs, and people are like, interesting. We can work with this. Yes, Oryx. Yeah, you also your beautiful onesie. Just
such a shame.
I also think it's very funny that this Gatecrasher is like, I'm going to cosplay for the time, and you're like, this is what I'm rocking.
This isn't a costume. Exactly.
I want to cut back to like on the boat where everyone's like playing blackjack around the table, and then you've got this Gatecrasher, and then you've got Oryx there in their onesie being like, "Any twos?" Not that game.
What do you mean game?
Oh, it's a game. I also say your pockets are currently filled with like poker chips because you're just like, oh, these.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cash these in somewhere.
Again, you think in a multiverse there will probably be other versions of this strip that you can then. It's very much like with the Gatecrashers, like financing adventures, and then like you've actually weirdly, sort of like you balance it out because they're like, okay, that is a good few thousand golds worth, as you would just.
Yoink.
Again, I want to see it, like Oryx before the arms and the lid, just like sort of filling up his pockets as we just see like people being thrown around by like smoke, and it's like, well, that's for me, and that's for me. Ooh,
eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize.
Very, very, very well focused.
It's not even malicious, just completely didn't notice what's going on in the background.
Exactly.
And Oryx has actually done a good job. Has brought some money in, has brought some data in about these horrible, these smoky monsters. It's alive, which is a lot better than a lot of other people.
And not complaining.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who else can say that it's alive? Not the captain.
Not the captain. Not the croupier.
Does that make me the captain? Gatecrasher, I'm gonna need to negotiate my contract because. I mean, please tell me that the captain has a hat.
Of course the captain's got a hat.
Oryx limps towards. The captain dusts the hat, puts the hat on top of the unicorn hat. How do I look?
Oh, you look absolutely fabulous, dear chap. A bit blood-stained, but I can't tell if that's your blood or the unfortunate captain's. Okay, so I'm just going to hold on. Starts getting out the key and being like, we survived. That's what we report. Well, it certainly was a very exciting adventure. You've got to give that. Not everyone gets to go on such exciting adventures as us. Turns, you're welcome, as the portal opens. Speaking of people who probably don't get to go on such exciting adventures, bum, 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 there's just a room of people like jumping up and dancing. In the centre, there is a half elvish looking woman, long silvery hair that she's put up in space buns, is covered in like day glow paint, is just at this rave going, yeah, this is great. You see, we don't normally get to do stuff like this, but it turns out there was a ghost. She's just shouting to her associate, who I don't know. Talia, do you think you will be in the middle of the dance floor?
What's the highest point that I can be?
There is like a viewing balcony. This is one of those like converted opera houses. So you could be, are you all the way up in like one of the opera boxes in like the shirt
I am all the way hanging upside down from one of the opera boxes, somehow still communicating with my cake.
Yeah, you've got like it's weird, it's not even like a telepathic, it's like you can really, I think she's also just very loud, and so you can, she'll just hear you, she's like, yeah, I mean, other realms, these guys got eaten by, I don't know, like tigers or something, but this is great, this is just working out. How are you feeling?
They're really mean, and the Gore and I try and eat you all the time.
Oh, that's the problem. Oh, okay. Just sort of like pats Pam on the shoulder. Oh, great. Okay, yeah, no, best of luck with the, what is it? The thing you're working on. I'm working on a time. Yeah, cool. I need to go get my, just like, goodbye. Start sort of walking.
It's fine, I'll come to you. And I just jump.
Yeah, are you trying to like land on her shoulders, or you just
I can slow fall, so I'm just going to jump.
She sort of like slightly like catches you as well and like sort of pulls you in. Just this, Talia, can you describe what this our fourth and most jumpy member
So I was up there and I was thinking about the answer to So's non-negativity conjecture, and I think you have to go and account for like the dimensional inequality, and then you just solve all those problems. It's very excitable. Slightly short. Okay. You may have met him before. In a sort of previous adventure, there was a certain multi-dimensional being who cannot be replicated, and their squirrel companion. Now, there are multiple Chippies there. Chippy's not multi-dimensional, Chippy just exists. So you see this young man, little face, squirrel ears, bushy tail, very excitable, covered in monk wraps with a kind of weird combination of a wizard and monk stuff on their back. And so that made us think that if we could solve that problem, we could get like 1,000 more nuts.
Well, that's the thing.
We can solve like problems as well, but also nuts.
Well, you know, Chipper, that's my thing. I'm all about how many nuts we can get, and okay, so we can stop things from like the sun exploding, but I mean, just like it's the thing, you've kind of gone outside and had that thing of like when you've come out of like the hot, sweaty dance club. This is basically, it's a weird mixture of like, again, a London nightclub and also like a Viking hall of like this drinking, and then the drums and stuff. Like, and so Chippy, I think also like your sensitive ears are like, oh, okay, now it's a bit quiet. All as many nuts as we can get. Well, I'm just gonna sort of sits down and is like, whew, right.
Let's go running.
Do you set off?
It's just zooming around in circles.
Okay.
I've cast Expeditious Retreat on myself. I am going very fast.
Well, exactly. She sort of gets up and is like, okay,
Mom,
I can try running. Manages to lap and then just has to sit down again. It's like, okay. I mean, we've been out of base for a while now, Chippers. We probably should go back and like check in, and so they. Again, okay, we need to get our story straight. So it's not just that we went to like really cool parties and found like a ton of nuts. Okay, word game with me. What's like a word for something scary?
Monster, terrifying.
Monster, okay. Terrifying monster. What is like a... What's something that if it happened to you would make you really sad?
Capitalism.
Okay. And what's the best way of defeating capitalism?
A mass social movement of multi-levels of people coming together in a cause of action, and then defeating the big bad evil through both immediate and progressive lasting change.
Okay, so we managed to unionize various planes of existence, and then we went to a rave, okay?
Well, we had to make sure that the people were okay.
Exactly, and the best way to make sure people were okay is to have a massive 3-day blowout rave. And that
all the adrenaline has to go somewhere.
I'm going to have a nap when we get back, but you good? You need anything? Do you need water? Do you need a nap?
Fine. And I fall asleep.
Your Gatecrasher, who you have nicknamed Jesse, like scoops you up, like puts you like carrying a sleepy child, and opens up a portal.
To be a person, I like being a squirrel.
Jesse, hearing you say that, gets like a look in and is like, oh dear, okay, is this something I need to solve?
That's so cute.
It's like, yes, I should solve problems, shouldn't I? But then again, parties. With that, we are now in the dining room of the Gatecrasher headquarters. It's a large wooden expanse of a place, a little bit like if you imagine like the way that school dining rooms were with the long trestle tables. Ed's had a visceral reaction to going
Yeah, a little
back to
bit.
school.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's sort of like there is a open buffet of food, and the food is being like as you can go to order from like a hatch and the food comes through. You can also write on the table and food comes. And
Amazing.
almost by like literally like magic servant carries it across and presents it. By absolutely wild coincidence, there are 8 people sitting at a table. As we finally get more into the plot of this adventure, I will quickly ask. Let us begin with. Actually, let's go in the order that we originally did. So, Ed, back. Your Gatecrasher has indeed ordered the shepherd's pie and is tucking in. What have you ordered, and how are you finding it?
Oh, very much the shepherd's pie. I think it's because this is quite a sort of a new relationship, if you see what I mean. There's very much a sort of yes, sir, whatever you wish, sir, and then that's there's a lot of mirroring going on, trying to learn habits and that kind of stuff. So therefore, tucking into can't do as much as you, sir, but very, very lovely. Thank you, sir.
I like to think like he's applying he applies the pepper. Do you apply as much pepper? Yeah, just
exactly the same. Yeah, just absolutely mirroring as much as I can.
I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution check, not because anything bad's going to happen, but because
but that definitely feels right. I mean, every single time. What have I done now? Oh, pity's sake! Sorry. What did you ask me to do?
A con check.
Con check. That's right. Which I think is quite. Thank you. Right. Con check. Oh, it's not as good as I thought. 4.
4. Oh, this might be. I mean, you've been traveling around the multiverse, eating a range of food. Weirdly, shepherd's pie is the thing that you're just like.
It's really doesn't agree. I think I think it was a hangover. There was some sort of there was blowfish or something a couple of meals ago, which now has actually really got into the sort of digestive system and it's wreaking havoc. Yeah. And then the addition of a load of steaming hot, lovely shepherd's pie mixes with it badly.
Are you still like powering through, even though you're just feeling a bit?
Yep, absolutely. I think I stop, as in I'm not going to sort of blow chunks everywhere. That would be awful.
A very different episode if you did. But no, I think that's the thing. You sort of like you politely.
Oh, fine, sir. Thank you.
As she sort of like takes you in, it's like it's a good point though. We have been traveling quite a lot, and you've been living, sort of. I don't want you to get anything like gout or anything. I think maybe
no, I don't. Would not be able to serve you so well, so it would be dreadful for me to get that.
Sort of like has a moment like as the other like 3 Gatecrashers. Well, actually, I think maybe only 2 of them. The next one, who we're going to get to, probably absolutely doesn't care, but the other 2 are like. Serving. That's just
yeah. Well,
sort of like,
yes. How does that work?
Yeah, that sort of thing of like that we are training these people, just rather than being like it's I'd say it's a nice relationship, but there is also this power dynamic of being like
yes.
Also like going maybe you should let them have the bed rather than well it's too easy
up on the floor beside the
it's the lack of care of these kind of people where it's like it's done with the best personal intention, but you're not really thinking through the maybe Gatecrasher needs to have someone needs to have a little word. So sort of like as sort of like getting like stink eye. Who's not getting a stink eye from is Quince, who has just like started melting the chocolate to basically to like ice cream, and it just is in-depth conversation with Oryx's Gatecrasher. When I say conversation, Quince is talking at the Free Queen, and it just like, and then, of course, and then that's the thing, and then we of course he had to get out of there very, very quickly, and it was quite the problem. G, what are you on this unlimited buffet? What are you having for your lunch?
I think I'm going for some shepherd's pie. That looks good.
It's good, traditional, sort of. Yeah, it's yeah. There's there's shepherd's pie. There's peas. There's it's actually weirdly as a sort of weirdly like multiversal thing where people have been like, I want shepherd's pie. Just
a little corner of England shall be forever England.
Yeah, you.
I think a lot of the time I do kind of like, I like trying new weird stuff. But having come in today and seeing this shepherd's pie, I'm like, I've not had that for ages, actually.
That'll do. Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't get a chance back on the last world because you were being sent off, like, you didn't really ever get to stop. And also that sort of weird thing of like, yeah, okay, you had to gather all this stuff. And also you've been sent to the local shops, just like someone who is on their holidays to go, we need to stock up.
Stock up on Marmite.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like your bags were full of. Again, I don't know what you feel about your Gatecrasher, but it almost does feel like the priorities weren't exactly there. Also considering the number of like weird tentacle creatures that seem to have sprouted just through the actions. Yes, so Gatecrasher, loudly talking. The Free Queen's like, yep. Glances over to Oryx. Oryx, what are you having for? Also, did you go get yourself healed?
Yes, but the links are still missing. So healed, yes. Restored, not so much. Probably Oryx doesn't know that magic exists, so he just asks for first aid, and that's it.
You kind of have you been given an eye patch, or you just gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you.
It's a kid's one, so it should have like what's this charity for kids? I think it's a yellow
Pudsey.
Teddy bear.
That's sort of like
Yeah.
You've got that's delightful. So
that's adorable.
You're in your unicorn onesie, like the arm and the leg have been like pinned up, and you're wearing like a bandana, the nice spotted bandana over the wound. You're looking very fetching. It's a nice yes.
One day is going to be on fashion, I'm trend setting.
I think people were observing it, and people were like, again, we're living in a world of magic where things can be replaced, and it's sort of like, actually, that's
why not? Actually, like, that's a choice.
That's a choice.
Yes.
As I said, it's a spotted bandana. It's also like rainbow, because they have their thematic look, and that's what you're rocking. Are you eating?
Yes. I see everybody like having the shepherd's pie, and I just don't understand what's so much into it. I would just go for like dry fish and ale, I think.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a solid meal. I also would say you probably got a decent, you got stuff on the steamship, which again, I don't know if you were also like, dried fish. And they're like, have you know, you can have anything you like. And you're like, dried fish.
It's an acquired taste.
Well, whatever you say, sailor. Shakes the cocktail. I'm never going to die. Sort of at the far end of the table, there is a Gatecrasher who is rocking the night after look of like the hair's down. It's like just nursing coffee, like a half-eaten bagel, and it's just sort of there going,
Why?
Yeah, why? And looks up at Chippy.
No, with the double bubble theorem, you could be kind of using the like ham sandwich theorem, but to go and find the octagonal planes. But really, that means you have to consider the surface of revolution, because that's what affects the minimum number of toy world cubes you can find. No, cubes, tubes. And that really, is that guy a pirate?
Oh, that's Oryx. No, I think.
Hello, you're a pirate.
Yeah. Oryx, there is now an excitable squirrel boy who has sort of leant over and is now is talking at you.
How big is Chippy?
Not very.
Oryx takes the captain hat, which is big, and just puts it on Chippy. Like, oh, look what I have for you. But it's more like, shut up.
Chippy,
Amazing.
you know, this very big hat is now on your head. Yeah.
So, if you consider, you might want to go and think about all of the different aspects of reality that could really be fit by this is barely Wyoming.
So, for podcast
I think
listeners,
you're
the hat is
hungry.
covering the face.
Aren't you hungry, my friend? And I reached to the other side, somebody else's shepherd pie,
Yeah.
put it on top of, in front of Chippy.
Wow.
There is.
Imagine very smart, very excitable, no impulse control 10-year-old boy. This is
That's
just-
amazing.
Love it.
I'm really enjoying this.
It's also the great thing of like, it's argued that gatecrashers are given the assistance that kind of fulfill something that's missing in their life. And they're sort of like going, the scientific genius, if the scientific genius gatecrasher had been given the genius chip, more trouble than you could ever imagine could happen. But to have a G who is like responsible and like, hey, okay, we can
sensible.
work with this. It also is a problem for like, if you've got a gatecrasher who's like, I don't really like walking anywhere. It's very annoying to have to carry things to then have a gatecrasher who, and of course, then we got Oryx. Oryx who's doing their best. He's doing his best, you know. Oryx, who is one-eyed Oryx, who hasn't done a sin in his life, as he tries to eat his dried fish. This is the point, folks, where sort of like a canon event happens. You all came back, you all had like a little bit of time to settle, and you heard that another mission had been started. A mission that had sent a series of, let's say, problematic assistants, and one very difficult gatecrasher, a Medusa. A Medusa that had been involved in an attempt to steal keys and to hand them over, involved in the broken glass chaos. It's at this point where and actually I also will say that having heard about this, and Chippy, this is the first thing you ever heard about this, as you just mentioned, a elf being called Faerun, who travelled with a squirrel named Chippy. So I think for the first time you're like, oh, other me's, and but that's the thing, you're like, just Chippy, how would you have responded being told there's other versions of you?
Interesting.
We've been to other places and we know that there's other versions of things going on. It's just that other Chippy still gets to be a squirrel, and it's not like I don't mind being a person, but I didn't want to be a person. I just kind of got caught accidentally in some evil hag's little trap that was set for someone else, and now I'm a person. And I'm like, but I could have been a squirrel still, and this been happy. But then I wouldn't have found Jessie, and we're having a really good time.
Jessie, who's kind of like,
Jessie, I want to climb something.
Oh, okay.
I want you to. You can drink water. I want you to watch me climb things.
All right. So this is a conversation which had happened so. This is a conversation that happened between Chippy, Jessie, and Keeper. And Keeper is a kobold. Them, who basically kind of runs the place. Isn't in charge, but is the one who kind of makes sure we know where people are going. This is a room that's absolutely full of portraits. And the wonderful thing is, it documents gatecrashers' assistants, and also problems. So there are a variety, like, all of you have your picture up. And unfortunately, or unfortunately, Oryx your painting is being repainted. They're adding in the bandana. It's these invisible hands do paint. Chippy, please.
Question.
Yes.
Are they? Is there a classification so you know which one are the trouble, or are they
Yes.
just general pictures? So
There's areas, and
Okay.
it's very funny that sort of
there
like,
is a wall of shame.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a wall of shame, and also there is the thing of like things moving over, and so there's actually a sort of like there's portraits of gatecrashers who have now been put in on basically the wall of shame. A gatecrasher who was known as Gatey, who was a warforged, who basically got corrupted by whatever this evil is, and is now fighting. And the reports is currently in a fight with the Gatecrasher group that has been sent off to a version of the Feywild. That they're the guardian of the Feywild, a cryptid, basically, dear man named Jaction, was murdered and has come back as a zombie. But the point being, yeah, there's a lot going on, and stuff that's going to kick off in a moment. Karen, please make me like an acrobatics check to see how good you are at climbing. As Keeper is trying to like explain stuff to Jesse, and Jesse's like hung over Jesse. This is just before the lunch. It's looking more and more like horrified, and then it's like gesturing to and. Keeper's like, yeah, I know, but Gatecrasher is capable of dealing with it.
Cool. To clarify, Chippy, not Karen.
Yes. There's Karen's out there. Chippy's here with me in the space.
You in the space. I did not roll well. I am 13. I am trying to climb things. I am also trying to distract Jessie and make her feel better by climbing things, and also trying to listen in on the conversation whilst simultaneously distracting and climbing. I'm mostly making.
Yeah, you kind of are on the portrait of a gatecrasher, a sort of silver-haired, older gentleman, like holding on to his rainbow waistcoat, which he just managed to pull off the wall, and you'd be like, oh, no, I'm going, oh, no, catch. So you don't get the full conversation, but you sort of like, lad, it's at this point that Jesse's like, yeah, let's go get lunch. As you're all eating or not, a keeper, as said, the kobold, has entered with Fall of Light Snow, who is a small white tabaxi and is basically the oracle of the Gatecrashers, is able to like basically see the strands and like help. She is training to be the next keeper, and part of that is being able to like see through the weave and pick up on bits. It's also, for those of you who have been around here, she has a relationship with the Medusa Gatecrasher who's currently on the mission. Her name's Dottie. They're very much in love, even though Dottie's not so good at admitting it. That Dottie had been involved in an earlier attempt to sort of like balance the score of the Gatecrashers, and her punishment is to become a Gatecrasher and have to work within the system. But this is the point where Fall of Light Snow has sort of got up and started like loudly explaining what's happening. It seems to be that she thought that people needed to know, and she's describing this battle, which involves these various El Bandito, Jack, Karen, and alternate version of Chippy. It's at the point where she says, and then the Tarrasque has arrived, that people kind of go, shit. You kind of you see that, and what's people's like passive perception?
17.
17. Okay.
22.
Hell.
I have the observant feat. I'm very experienced.
Yeah.
Well done.
19.
19.
How is yours the lowest, G? That's hilarious.
You're a druid, aren't you? It's
Yeah.
wisdom.
Gigi's got a lot.
Now, my question for Chippy is, how can you manage to have all those thoughts in your mind and at the same time be perceptive of everything else?
I'm a squirrel.
Ultimately, alert.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Asked and answered. What'd you say you had, Ed?
18, sorry.
18. My goodness, you are all really perceptive. So you do notice, like, you're picking up, you're all in your own stuff. There's, the other Gatecrashers. Also, of note, there's a small, like, robot girl in a tiny, like, metallic beret. Her name's Syrah. She is also in training to Nanny, or just Gatecrasher. This Gatecrasher is involved, and Vavasor, you talked to her. When you brought, like, the Modron pieces, because she's a tinkerer, and she was like, "Oh yes, very, very, very good. We can do," and you can start putting, because there are, like, other mechanical beings around, and you're like, I think you can go, "Oh, okay, they're using
This is building an army. Interesting.
Yes, out of these mechanical beings. Yes, you're also very all aware when an Aarakocra Gatecrasher stands up and tries to shoot Keeper, but misses. At which point, this is the point, folks, where the Gatecrasher Rebellion truly starts. All-out war kicks off in this. You see the robot girl Syrah jumping up and, like, tackling the Aarakocra. There are other creatures in this room who, some of the, like, your Gatecrashers are all like, what the devil, I think that's the thing. Apart from Quince, who is still like, it's once you put bounty in there, it just lifts it to the next level. Just looking at the time, I think we're going to start by let's roll some initiative.
Yes.
Sorry, folks, for what was a very long description, but I was having too much fun,
Which is good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. I have a. Oh, I'm getting some initiatives here on my tracker.
Ooh,
Nice.
What did you get?
nat 20.
20 for.
Nat 20 for 23.
Beautiful. Okay, so Chippy is a 23. Oryx, I have a 22. G, what did you get?
I rolled a 1 for a 3.
Nice try.
It's okay.
You are caught too deeply in the let's talk about the various chocolate talk.
You've taken the whole curly whirly in your mouth and you can't throw.
I think I just before you said roll initiative, I was about to say I'm trying to get his attention and be like, Quince, put the bounty down. Wait, can you see this? So I'm going to say that is like preoccupying me.
I think that's the great thing where you're just like, hey, we need to focus. We have not focused.
Just for the moment.
I just quickly roll my initiative. We got 3 and we. Sorry, Chips lost. You're 23, aren't you, Talia? Sorry, because I was like, I didn't roll my initiative, and they was like, do you want to re-roll everyone's? I'm like, nope. Okay.
No.
This is indeed Chippy. You're currently, I believe you've got the high decks. You're top of the round. Let me explain. You've got some wrong-uns here. You have a Gatecrasher who is basically, let's say it looks like an Arthurian knight. Has a shield, has a sword. There is a tabaxi. I think I've classified them as basically they look roguish. They're so the knight and their assistants, tabaxi, rogue looking. There is a drow elf wizard who also has like a very much like Syrah, like a small mechanical that has got their blades out and is like kill. So yes, there's a knight, there's a rogue, there's a wizard, and there's a stabby little robot. And they are coming towards you guys, who are like, death to death! Just like, weirdly, they're like, okay, they've obviously not prepared for this. This is not when this should have happened. They're like, death!
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Jessie real quick.
Hmm.
And just, what side is she joining?
Interesting.
Good point.
Sort of hesitates. Weirdly, I'm going to take this from you, looks to you. And I'm pausing because she is really considering it and then going, I think actually, Chippy, you have had like conversations of like, because you've talked about, I would quite like to be a squirrel again. And she said, well, I would love nothing better than you to be a squirrel, but it seems other people have decided that you are more of use. And she seemed kind of bitter about that. And, the idea of like being of use seeming more important to the Gatecrashers than anything. And I think I know talk is a free action. And sort of like a little bit of like goes, I mean, you're a free entity, Chippers. What are you feeling?
It's okay if you have problems, but I don't like bullies who make decisions for other people willy-nilly, and they don't seem willing to talk.
Down with fascists. Spins, pulls out a staff, crack, down. Okay. Keeper, who's been like pulled back, and is like, stop it, all of you, we can't be fighting right now. While Fall of Light Snow is like, they're dead, they're all dead, and it's like, oh no.
Oh no.
I'm going to turn to Keeper and go, I feel that this must have come with some cause, so we'll talk to you later. Because this might not be the way to a systemic issue, but I feel that there is something. And then I'm going to go into cast Major Armor on myself, run to the wizard, and flurry of blows them in the face.
You've come to... Oh my goodness. Go. Flurry those blows.
Wait. I know what I'm doing. Where's my red? Okay, that is a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Yes. Oh, that. Not 5 points of fist damage. Bludgeoning.
Nice.
No, fist damage. Clunk, clunk.
Obviously.
I'm just going, now I will take your surrender and we can have a talk about it, but gotta stop. Not be mean.
I'm not being mean. Stop it. There's just the fury of a squirrel.
Defending his territory.
Yeah. Just...
Defend your nuts.
Your nuts. Defend the nuts.
After the revolution, will there be nuts? There will be nuts for everyone.
For everyone.
Will there be nuts for me?
I'll change my mind. I want the nuts.
Yeah. Just... It's also worth pointing out this is like there's infinite food from the kitchens. You're like, you can have as many nuts as you want, but that's not the point.
I need my nuts.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's your action. Is that
Action, bonus action. Done.
keep your reaction? I believe next is Vavasaur.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm presuming I'm still by
Your Gatecrasher.
Rebellion.
Who's like,
Yeah.
I've been very. Now they're firing guns. Hysteria.
I will defend you, sir. And he's gonna leap up. Where's the nearest threat?
So the wizard is currently has a squirrel basically just clawing at their face.
I think I can leave that one. I'm happy with that.
That's off.
Seems to be dealt with.
The knight is coming. Let's say the knight's coming towards you. The tabaxi is sort of starting to peel off, and the little robot is there going, kill, kill, kill.
Nice. Okay. What is my... I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay, what I'm going to try and do is run into combat with the... Okay. Run into combat with the knight. And first thing... Oh, no, wait a minute. Yes. First things first is I want to use Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Yep, on it.
Ah.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
What now? What's this? A combatant?
Okay. I can't think of a joke. You're a tiny little man with a pea for a brain and a house like a tin can. Oh no, wait, that's you. It's something along those lines. And
What? You cast it, and he might laugh from bafflement.
yes, that's the intention. And that will then spiral up into Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Cool.
It's a wisdom check on 15. Dave, sorry, on 15.
With a 14. What? What are you talking about? Did you hear? Oh, now they're doing a little dance. He puts the sword down and it's like, this is utterly ridiculous. You know, when we were told there would be a rebellion, I didn't realise that this was the sort of
believe me, I'm the best. Yeah.
Just hands on their hips, like
there's dancing around. Well, no, I think he actually goes prone.
Just down I go, down I go. Exactly. It's too funny.
Yeah, it becomes incapacitated and is unable to stand up for the duration. Hang on. At the end of each of its turns, I think this is for it's for a minute. At the end of each of its turns, the time it takes to damage, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it is triggered by damage.
Fair enough. The knight is having a right royal chuckle.
Yes. Incapacitated now.
Incapacitated. Any more?
Yes. So my bonus action is I am going to. Oh no! Wait a minute. If I rage now, then I won't be able to hit anyone, and so then I'll just fall out of rage, won't I?
Unless you take damage, or.
I mean, we are in a melee. I presume I might. I'm gonna wait on that in that case.
Okay.
I think. Because what I wanted to do was incapacitate him and then rage and then attack him next turn, but I think that's just too dangerous.
I think I don't know if it's you have to take damage or you need to be attacked. So
I can throw something at you.
Yeah.
Well, basically, they are incapacitated. They are the tank. I feel like let's have at them. Oh wow. Yeah, no, that's going to happen. That's really looking forward to that. I think I'm going to. That's really annoying. No, I don't have a bonus action that I can usefully do. I think I will be in a defensive posture.
Sorry, just looking at the rules of rage, I think it's your rage lasts until the end of your next turn. So you have to attack time or it stops.
So I can't attack the next turn?
Yeah.
In your rage, yeah.
Yeah,
in
which case,
sense. Yeah, you cast a spell and then you can. Yeah, so
that does feel better.
I was about to say I give you permission, but it's the rules. There's no.
Exactly. Thank you, G.
Yeah. Good eye, G.
Yes. So I gain a 10-foot aura effect. So the tattoo starts sloshing. If you see what I mean, as in like there's a thing that it's takes on a sort of watery effect. I gain a 10-foot aura. When I start my rage, when activated, one creature of your choice in your aura takes lightning damage based on your level.
Ooh.
Oh, that's infuriating. At level 10, it goes up a dice. That's annoying. Anyway, but is there anyone apart from the knight who can take damage?
Yes.
From that.
How big's the?
10 foot.
Yeah. I think because they. Yes.
Oh, can I get the wizard actually?
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think so. If
yeah.
I hope Chippy won't mind, but I'm gonna zap him with a because the clouds are starting to roil above Avasor's head and sort of spreading out like that, and one of them zaps down a lightning bolt on the thing. So it's a DC Dex 13, half damage on success.
That is an 8. So
Yeah.
I was going like, do I give them disadvantage because of squirrel? But I was like, no, fair enough. They just like,
It's 1d6, and that's 6 damage.
you zap this wizard. Just meanwhile, a squirrel's just there going, ah.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
That was fun.
Is that you?
It must be. I don't think I can do anything else.
We then go over to Oryx.
Oryx is not grasping the situation. Feels like for Oryx this is a bar fight. Right? This is
a rumble, yeah.
Oh,
the war could be ending, the rebellion, big thing, but this is just like a fight broke into a pub. But he's been having fun with these people who is eating shepherd's pie. So Oryx is going to use his channel divinity, Embroidery Bond. So you choose up to 4 willing creatures. So myself and G and Vavasor and Chippy to be bonded.
Oh.
And what happened is so Oryx comes from a plane that is mostly desert. So a couple of how to describe, a bunch of sand that is collecting from the different corners of the pub comes to your aid, and it takes the shape of golden sand and a kitten. So there is a kitten made of sand next on your shoulder, next to you, and that is like a mini bless. So on every of your once per turn, you can roll a d4 for an attack, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Awesome.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good. Right, so that is my action. And then I see this, I see Vavasor, who looks very into getting first line of defense. So I will probably cast something. Oh, probably if I had that. Oh no, yes, I have it. Wait a minute. Yes, I'm gonna. Oh, but that's an action. Give me a second. Bonus
Next
action.
time.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
But Vavasor is definitely a damage dealer. So I'm gonna take. No, I cannot do that. Oh, this is so difficult.
You and your multi-classes. I've got the same problem.
Just give me a second.
No problem.
Do I want Sanctuary or Warding Bond on you? Hard to say. No, I guess I'm just going to use my movement to get close to everybody, but few steps back. So just sort of to be in range of touch, but not to engage into fight with any. Is it obvious who is here to make trouble?
Yes. So, little robot who's running at you, crying "Die, die, die." The wizard who, even if it wasn't, now has Chippy jumping. The knight's out, and I think you can definitely tell this tabaxi that has dropped down, daggers out, and is
Nice.
Almost I want to say
Aggressive
cartoon,
sounds.
going coming towards you. You're yeah, that probably doesn't seem good. Yeah, so for those 4, you're those are definitely, and for all of you, you can see various. Oryx isn't wrong thinking it looks like a bar scuffle as a variety. It's also very funny because a lot of these people are older, more refined, I'm a gentleman adventurer, and then it's hitting them with a tray. Yeah.
I'm imagining there's a certain amount of hiding behind chairs going on.
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah. No. There's enough. There's real mixture of like people. Magic's flying around.
Yeah.
An alarm has started going off. Red lights.
Nice.
So yes, Sally, you can tell that these four don't mean well.
All right. In that case, just bonus action, spiritual weapon, next to the wizard,
Nice.
and a massive. What's the name of these Asian cats? Maneko.
Okay.
I see that's Maneki cat appears behind the wizard and just close it. So it is a 23 to hit.
23 does hit the wizard.
For 6. Oh, only 6. Is it radiant? No, I think it's bludgeoning, right? Force damage.
This wizard does not look happy. This wizard did not cast mage armor because who knew that the rebellion was going to start during lunch?
And now that's it.
Amazing. At 18, it is. I've put all the gatecrashers as like various like. I'll get. It's also very funny that Oryx's gatecrasher canonically has pistols and starts firing. I've rolled for. I put them together, rolled for damage. It also. They all. I can tell you all have healing potential. So if you need to shout out, they can pop it. Let's see. The looking up from his shepherd's pie, like, very, very rude. Boom. Casts an attack, like just like almost like Eldritch blasts. This the attacks the assassin for 10 points of damage.
Nice.
It's also very funny, G, because I rolled like a 9, which I think is fair. Where he's like, sorry, I was supposed to be focusing on something. Was I supposed to be?
Target confusion. I don't know what to do.
What?
Quince, there's shit kicking off. Can you not see people attacking each other here?
Like a massive. That's a bit of an embuggerance. Like throws a spoon and then was like, oh well, there goes the spoon, and just starts.
There goes the spoon.
Yeah, Oryx, your free green is like, pew, pew, shoots it into the tiny horrible robot. He's like, die, ah! That was 10. Jesse. Again, sort of like spin stuff, like, and cast like a watery spell on. That's the thing. So the knight is currently prone, and it's like, yeah, no, they're smart enough to go right. We don't hit that one. Hits the wizard for 5, and they actually have. I'm actually more interested to see what G is going to do. I think everyone is like. Just for the sake of this, just for this round, a slight sort of thing of like surprise. I've been like, oh shoot, these guys aren't doing it. Anyway, G, I know you got a free, but I'm more excited to see what you. As if all these others are like, oh, okay, you're not joining us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a sort of wooden staff, which is my thing. What's it called? Arcane focus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's staff that is a bit beat up because like I use it for hitting things sometimes, but it's got because I'm an artificer druid. I've got this concept that all of any technological things I've done, it's made like out of wood and like carved slots together. So yeah, my staff, it's sort of like bits of it like twist and click, and I use it to cast. Actually, what am I casting at? Sorry. Yes. Remind me what's left.
Okay, so we have a knight who is currently prone and is having a right royal giggle. Like a tabaxi assassin who looks very insulted that someone dared open fire on them. A tiny little robot who is like, die, 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 and then looks also upset to have been hit. And the wizard that has been scratched by multiple creatures, hit by lightning, and also had like a thing of water just like.
Cool. I think I'll go for the tabaxi then.
Fair enough.
Good shout.
And I cast Crystal Shard. So yeah, I think I point the staff at them, twist a few things, and yeah, a shard of crystal shoots out at them for 13 to hit.
13 unfortunately doesn't hit.
No.
Oh.
So. But also then, so I mean that's my action. But yeah, Otic, my little log with legs, is probably I think like on the table next to me, and it sort of like tips over, so the two arms become another two legs, so it's pointing. And what was pointing down, you can anyone around would now be able to see it's like carved inside, kind of quite intricately inside the log, and sort of various little runes and stuff and bits of stuff shoved in there, and because he's a little eldritch cannon. And in this particular moment, he is a force ballista cannon. So going for the little robot, I make another ranged spell attack.
Kill.
Better. That is 25 to hit.
That does hit.
That does hit. Cool. So that is 6 and 5, so 11 points of damage.
Nice.
And pushes the target creature 5 feet away from the cannon.
Perfect. Just to like, this little knife like skids back. Like, so unhappy.
And as also part of that bonus action, the cannon will crawl from like, I forgot about the D4. I'll come back to that in a sec. The cannon will crawl up like onto my shoulder and like sit on my shoulder. Can I now add the D4 to the previous attack roll?
What was the previous attack roll?
13.
13. Who were you attacking?
The Tabaxi.
The Tabaxi. Yes. Yeah. Again, I don't have to give you permission, but yes, it's
yeah. Makes that a 14.
Just under, unfortunately. But, it's a 15. But
you have the D4.
That
was the D4.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bad.
So close.
And so my movement, I don't know if this is accurate, but in my head, they've come in like Quince is on the other side of the table from me.
Yes.
So I'm going to just step over the table to the other side. Join.
I think that's it. Like, with no fear, like step to the other side, and Quince is like, "Oh, I guess everyone's just walking on the tables now." Just. As we are in the midst of combat, speaking of going for a delicious break and a delicious snack, now I think is a good time for us to take a short break, folks. Thank you very much for...
Get ready to rumble when we come back.
Getting ready to rumble. And actually, as we speak of that, as we're going to go to the top of the initiative again, there is rumbling. And the sound of the alarms are getting louder and louder. And we just, as we go to break here, breach! They've escaped! And that, folks,
Ooh.
Oh my god.
that, folks, is
my
where we're
God.
going to take our short break. We'll be about 10 minets. So go enjoy your shepherd's pie. You've got 10 minutes to make
And
it.
right there.
Yes, dry.
Take care, folks. See you shortly. Bye.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favorite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check out their entire selection, including some limited roll together dice. And if you use the code roll together, all caps, at checkout, you'll get 25% off your next purchase.
Big love to our D20 club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
I'm back in. Hello, welcome back, everyone. For podcast listeners, I hope you're hydrating. For mainstream listeners, I also hope that you're hydrating. Talia has
That was a lot of liquid to take on.
Oh, it's overhydrating.
Yes, so Talia might need to have a break partway through. But
Caffeine as well.
oh yeah, you know,
Bloody
you
hell.
got to keep going. You know, it's a late night record, folks. Anyway, welcome back to part 2 of this one-parter, filling it in some of the details that occurred during the Gatecrasher Rebellion. It's also very funny that, you know, for all the things that are happening around this building, we haven't yet left the dining room. but it is the heart. It is the heart of the rebellion when the history looks back on the days. They're like, yeah, a bunch of people, a bunch of gatecrashers and their assistants kicked off. They knocked over a knight. They threw things at a tabaxi. One wizard had a really miserable time. Yes, so. Four gatecrashers, 4 assistants, all returned to Gatecrasher headquarters to enjoy the shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie was promptly ruined by a rebellion, seemingly begun when a group of gatecrashers and assistants were murdered by a Tarask, it seems, in the Feywild. Reports remain dodgy, especially as Keeper, the main guardian of the area, and a failed assassination attempt occurred. But our heroes are now fighting back against this rebellion, and as we went to break, a series of announcements were made, including there's been a breach, they have escaped, which is never bad when you're dealing with a multiversal group. But they're like, where we canonically just bring things back to examine and study and learn, and oh my god, someone cut the power. Stuff's gone Jurassic Park, folks. But that is a problem for, well, later in this turn, as we go back to the top of initiative, and Chippy, Squirrel Boy Chippy, currently tearing the face of a very beleaguered and very electrocuted wizard.
I've got 2 attacks per turn. Yes. So for the first one, I'd like to take the staff off my back and hit this wizard again over the face.
You're attacking him with your wizard staff, correct?
Yes.
It's injustice. Yeah.
The wizard staff has a me at the end.
Chippy,
Excellent.
please go. Please beat up this wizard.
That is, oh gosh, I can do numbers. 17 to hit.
Yes. Yeah. As said, didn't have time to cast mage armor and is regretting all of his life's choices.
It is fine. That is a them problem.
It really is.
I would like, that is 10 points of bludgeoning damage. I would also like to spend a key point to make that a stun strike, so that they are
Stunned. What do I need to roll to not be stunned?
Con saving throw.
I roll my con, and I can take. Hey, Talia, does a 4 pass?
No, it does not.
I'm so glad I didn't try and make this wizard cool, because the DMs know what happened when you try and like, oh, this guy's really tough and really hard, and it's like, and now a squirrel's just like, yes, you turn your even without your monk abilities, you just crack. It just he can't move, correct? He can't act. He's stunned.
Yeah, stunned completely.
Yeah.
Toward the end of my next turn.
Beautiful. I think it's enough that this guy kind of like takes a knee. I'm just like, it's like going. I know that speaking shouldn't be a thing, but he kind of like tries to look at you. He's like, is giving up still an option? Is that still on the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do it quickly, or I will defend my territory and you will be dead. I'll be very sorry about that.
I'm going to make him make a persuasion roll on you, where he's just like, okay. I mean, it's an 8. Are you going to take it? Okay.
Look at Jesse.
Jesse's like, I mean, and then kind of gets a slightly, I think he wants to take your nuts.
Second action, if you'll let me.
Yeah.
It just says I can make a second attack. It doesn't say what thing that attack has to be. Can
Well,
I cast Burning Hands on all of them?
Well, you haven't cast a spell, so...
Nice. Munch.
I love this multi-class. It's so much fun. They all, including all of them, all 4 of them,
Yeah.
including the stunned one and the one who's incapacitated on the ground, need to make dex saving throws. I will avoid the knight if we want to, but I think if...
up to... Ed, what do you feel? It's your spell. Because it will drop... Will he get to roll again if he takes damage with his...
No, he gets to roll every single time, but it's still a 17. But he does. I think he gets advantage if it's done in damage. And if you want to wake him up, I don't mind. I'll hit him all the same. I was just hoping to have an advantage over him because he was prone, and I'd be able to batter him. The thing is that I think my multi-classing is running to. Let's wait until my turn. Sorry. Please do as you wish.
You can avoid him. I can get the other 3.
That's very fair.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
the wizard who has taken a knee gets an 11. The assassin can. Okay, because he's an assassin. It's something he's. That's a 7 as well. God. That's a effect that makes a dexterity roll, so that'll be half damage because he's trying to use evasion. And the little kill robot. Not quite sure how he gets a 0, but he does. You know what?
Amazing.
You know what,
Keep
Talia?
going.
Because I like this. So the assassin's taking half. The 0's taking double, I think.
Nice.
For not even attempting to dodge. So please do. I believe everyone's taking damage on that. Yeah, everyone
Okay,
is.
that is 12 points of fire damage.
Okay, so the robot takes 24, and then you watch as a gasket just boom, blasts off. It's badly hurt. The assassin takes 6 because of evasion, and the wizard, just to his horror, takes 12 points of fire damage.
In the face.
Yeah, literally just as like, ah! I don't care about your bloody nuts!
Very badly
This
burned.
is metaphorical.
What? Meanwhile, Jesse's in the back like, yes, good. Strike him down.
Nice.
Get into your anger.
Yes! Ultimate power! Look, she's hungover and she's having a day. And sometimes that turns you into an evil Sith Lord. Okay, Chippy.
Relationships can either support you really well, or you turn yourselves temporarily into the worst versions of yourself.
It happens.
It happens. I haven't finished yet. I'd like to do my bonus action.
I was going to say, yes, please.
I would like to go and flurry of blows the stabby robot.
The stabby robot is badly hurt, so I think that's fair. Yes, yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, what a turn!
Chippers. What have they been teaching you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm having too much fun.
Good.
My poor Toby, what did I turn you into? That is a first. Okay, and that is a 6, 8, 11 points of punchy damage.
Punch.
And if they're still up, I will use another key point.
They are. I can tell you, another gasket has exploded off. Fire is like raging inside them, and they're like, error! This is not where this was supposed to go.
Can it make a dex saving throw, please?
No, I can't. I have a -1.
Yeah.
Ow. It is a 14, though.
So else. So it's now knocked prone.
Ah.
So now we have one that's incapacitated, one that is stunned, and one that is prone for everyone else to do things to.
Nice.
And I'm just there in my cycle of chaos.
I can also tell you that the Aarakocra who attempted the assassination has basically been beaten and unconscious at this point. As in going back to my episodes when Nat was able to deal with it like in a turn, and then he was just like, I'm sorry. She's like, sorry, won't fix this. The rebellion rages on. You can all hear like other bits of the base. This is all like ethereal, temporal, but you know, it's sort of things like from upstairs. It sounds like something has got into the swimming pool, which is really annoying because it's a nice swimming pool. But yes, so Chippy, having really laid into these rebellious types, we now go over to Vavasaur.
Right. So now, riddle me this.
Yes.
Being a monk, I would like to unleash a flurry of blows of my own. That was kind of the point because I'd be raging and all of that kind of stuff. But when I look at my character sheet, it says unarmed strike does no damage.
Because of your
Now-
strength?
No, but hang on. Can you not use your dexterity as a monk? as
Yeah,
your
you should have your own separate little monk thing.
So, got you. But so on that basis, I think it may be because I've got Draconic Strike, which is a to do with a feat I have, and that says when you damage your target with an unarmed strike, you can change the damage type to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison.
Nice.
Which I think is confusing it, and therefore not. So
Okay.
what would be my base attack, or base damage?
Have you got like another weapon, or are you just using your fists?
No, I've got my short sword would be the thing I would be attacking with
Okay.
initially, and then do a flurry of blows on top of that.
What's your attack bonus to your sword?
7 plus 7.
I mean, I'm tempted to let you just use that. I know, just for a one shot and just to make it simple, and also.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, just.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Just so.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you're going to get is so Vavasaur is going to stand up, draw the draw the short sword and do a sort of salute, and then when someone does the knife like around the fingers thing. It's going to be like that, but it's going to be on all of the points of the knight where there's spaces in the armor. It's just going to be stab, 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 just in a rhythm across all of them.
Horrid.
Okay.
Utterly horrid.
Yeah, that's the.
I'm thinking
That's
about
the
the
idea,
Fallout TV show. It's like, oh yeah, no, your armor has a weakness right there. Down you go.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, so yes, I believe you have advantage because.
And it's all going to be exactly, and it's all going to be I mean, I guess I could just choose, but I think it'll be poison. Yeah, poison, because I think it'll last longer. So,
mein God.
yeah. So first attack. That's the third time I rolled a 4 or under. So that's a 10, so that misses.
That's a miss, I'm afraid.
Yes, exactly. But then if I spend key point on flurry of blows, can I follow that up?
Yeah.
With just checking, in which case let's go for 2 more. So for God's sake. Right, no, that was a 4.
What did you
the last
anger
one,
Ed?
Oh my God, wow, that's a 2. That's a 4, a 3, and a 2 I've just rolled.
So, Valvazor plays.
What I actually end up doing is actually the knife thing, and I'm actually doing it like that. I managed to miss him every single time. So technically, I did it correctly, I guess.
Yes, you weirdly playing 5-finger fillet. Kind of just bam, 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 bam,
Yes.
bam, bam, bam. And he's like,
and I didn't actually hit any. I think I was just trying to make him like wet himself. But also, he is just now still. Tasha's hideous laughter is still engulfing him.
yeah.
Oh no! I've just used up my bonus action. No, in which case I'm just standing over him waiting.
He gets to re-roll on his
Completely
turn,
ineffective.
right? For Tasha's.
Yes, because nothing happened to him on mine.
That's
at all.
That's very funny that you got up and you're like, don't worry about this, guys. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah. he's like going, I don't know why you did that.
Yeah, I think it's going to make the Tasha's hideous laughter worse because he's like, I can't believe you've been such a moron.
Wow.
That's why
that
he's not.
squirrel beat everyone up and you did that. I shouldn't be laughing. You're going to kill me, but my God.
Oh, hang on. Actually, you just reminded me. Oh no, actually, is it an action I have to take? Because I can still do the. I can use my aura.
Oh, you're electrical. Yes.
Oh no, it's no.
Is that just when you
shit? I'm going to lose my rage as well. That's so embarrassing.
Well, you made
you made an attack.
You made an attack.
Made an attack. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Because that would be so mean if it's like, you missed. I guess you're not angry anymore. Which I think this leads into your rage. You're like, come on.
No! Well, exactly. No, I think, and also I need an action to do it. So carry on.
That's fine. As you are dinking into this knight's armor, we go over to Oryx.
I feel like we need extra boosts to compensate for those low rolls. So
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna cast Bless
Ah.
on the 4 of us.
Beautiful.
The little kittens, which I forgot to. They are also missing some parts. So one is like missing an ear. The other, they look like strays from the street. A little bit sick. Poor kittens. But when I cast Bless, a silver bell appears in a beautiful color. And so Bless is a D4, but all the rolls. So in theory, you have 1D4 for all your rolls, or like D20 rolls, and then the extra D4 once per turn.
Amazing. I also realised Ed had the D4. That might have
But it
helped.
wouldn't have made any difference. I mean, for goodness sake. I mean, now, if I get 8, no, even then, because I think the maximum I could have got would have been 12. I mean, seriously.
Kitten installed on their shoulder, just missing an ear and an eye, just trying to help, but like very confused.
No, there's nothing. I got nothing.
So that is my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm gonna hit The wizard again with my Maneki hand, spiritual weapon.
What have I done to you? I haven't done any magic yet. Yeah, go on.
Oh, shite. Oh, well, wait. So that's 14 plus... 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
For 15 force damage.
You
Nice.
with this. So this is with your spiritual weapon, right? And the cat's just sort of like, bonk. Again, like blood, like, oh, bit my tongue. Ow! Why? Turns to Oryx. I surrender to you, then. Stop the squirrel boy. He's furious.
That is my turn. I'm gonna stay my ground.
Yeah, I think for this poor wizard, as he looks into like the one eye of Oryx and sees no sympathy, no mercy, and then just like, oh,
I ain't Pudsey, motherfucker.
save the children. Cool. So that's your turn, Oryx.
Yes.
This is, and I rolled, and this creature did in fact get a 20. So it's like a lair action, which I can safely say as one of the canteen doors is just ripped off. And for G, you've seen what happens when things with tentacles get involved in. It does appear that Quince, in his experiments, I mean, sometimes it's actually better to, when you know that a plane is doomed, then you can
Vince, what have you done?
Well, again, I think what I'm about to do is deliver. But when you know a plane is doomed, then you know there are subjects, there are people you can work on, and you can investigate, and sometimes that could be curing an infestation or a plague, and sometimes it's just good to know why things grow tentacles, like as a creature that is described as the juvenile eldritch horror, like just humanoid, like comes in.
Wow.
It's got the tentacle face, and is just there going. He's like, well, you see, wasn't expecting it to get out. You never do you? That's real.
No, you don't. You don't.
Which again, I think just for plot, where you're like, you don't expect this, as this creature makes a bite attack on Quince, getting a 26, not only doing him the damage, but also just a tentacle just whips around his chest. He's like, oh fuck! As he's dragged back into the gaping maw, and just crump. This Quince is now inside of this eldritch horror. All the other gatecrashers are like, oh, that's... All three of them are like looking at each other and go, oh, that's bad. Oh, that shouldn't be there. Jesse looks at Eugene. He's like, did you know that was there?
No. I mean, I'm not really surprised, but I didn't know.
I assume you're telling the truth here, so I'm not going to make you... Yeah, because I think that's fair. Well, it's just like, I think, high insight, and just looks at him like... like, points at him like, he's okay. He didn't know. As you also pick up like other people who have like been joining around and like, okay, we're not fighting G. But this has made a bite attack. I'm just random. Okay, so who we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting. I'm actually just going to roll D10 because there's multiple combatants on the field. I'm going to say, okay, Vassal 1, Chip 2, 3. Okay, let's see, because there's a very 7.
Cool.
Oh dear. I think from what I said, that was the little robot, which is just as a tentacle, another tentacle just whips around it for a 25. And folks, it's sometimes fun just to take things off the board, as it's just another tentacle just reaches around and just crushes this deaf body.
Nice.
He's like, no, the revolution, pop, it just disappears, and this thing's looking.
The last gasket.
And looking around, the tide of the battle has changed because people were like, "What is that?" And you can kind of like see like in the background like people who've been choking each other like let go and go, "Did you know that was that?" I had no idea. Temporary truce. I'll kill you later. Okay.
Yeah.
The assassin sort of like stops and is like, right. Looks looks awful. I'm gonna again roll a d4 to decide which of you. Actually, I'm gonna roll a d6 because 1, 2, 3, 4 is you guys. 5 and 6 is I think I should just go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think there's enough in D&D where people are just like, I'm
done. I'm done.
It's
Morale.
a 6. The assassin like spins the blades and was like, okay, I didn't actually. You know what? I don't need to explain myself to you. Disengage. I just makes a run for it.
It's...
The knight is. Of course, this is happening. Of course. Why wouldn't there be a tentacle monster? So he's
Fuel
capacitated.
to Natasha's fire.
Yeah. Needs to make what's it? Christmas save, Ed, or
No, wisdom.
wisdom? Wisdom.
Hang on. Let me double check that because that doesn't sound.
I suppose you need to outthink.
Yes, whatever it is that's making you laugh. It is wisdom. I was so right.
Cool. I roll for wisdom. It's a 19.
Comes out of it. That's so annoying.
I'm really sorry. I know.
No,
that.
that's not your fault at all.
Hey, did you do those previous attacks with advantage?
Yeah,
And you still got.
that's what I mean. It's shocking.
Absolutely. You just like. You know what? It's less funny now that Gatecrasher got consumed. He's still prone, I take it. That's his turn to break the.
Yes, it's at the end of each turn that he tests.
Just like I'm good. The wizard, the poor wizard, is just like
The burnt off face.
It's not going to do me any good. Mage armor. And you just see like the sparkle of just the
Bless him.
just I think like actually turns now to all people of G and just like, can you please tell your friends to stop? Rolls a 6 persuasion. Just
Not convincing.
I don't think it'll do any good, man. Sorry.
I love just Jimmy's like, hey. I'm not
You
gonna- what?
do this to yourself.
No, I just wanted to have some autonomy over my missions.
Did you write a letter first?
Looks at you for one. No.
You write an organised letter, you state your aims and your desires, you put out something for negotiation, and then if that doesn't work out and they show themselves to be despots, then you have revolution. You missed all of the steps from 1 to like 17.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's actually just crying. I'm just it's that sort of thing where you're like, oh, that's really sad. You still did a revolution though.
Yeah.
I'm glad you feel bad.
However property you are.
Yeah. And because I can safely say there are, from all of you, you've got high perception. There are bodies, people are dying. And it's not just because a juvenile eldritch horror broke down the door. Although,
Speaking of which,
yeah. Although, as I'm saying that,
Is that you did it wrong?
I'll learn for next time. Jesse's like, "Oh, you stupid bastard!" Yeah, they're like the Gatecrashers are sort of like. Again, so they are part of the combat, but I think you guys are handling it. They are also sort of lastly. Ed, your Gatecrasher has still not got up. It's just sort of like
he's going to finish his food.
yes, I think that's very fair. There's also a half melted like chocolate dish.
There's always room for dessert.
I don't think Gatecrasher would mind if I. Oh, I'll be ever so wicked. and starts eating quinces.
Yep.
Ooh, this is. Looks at G. Oh, you must tell me what's in this. It's very very boring.
Monosodium glutamate.
Speaking of G, it is your turn.
Yeah, cool. How big is, like, mechanically, would you say, is this tentacle that has eaten?
The creature is huge.
It's huge. I guess yeah, probably not. I'm trying to work out if using reduce on it would make it small enough that it would not be able to hold him.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I don't know. Again, so it was for anything you did. I assume it would reduce him inside of its belly as well. Or I don't know. Just
Because it's not. Quince is the target. Quince is just held within the target.
it's a good point. It would take it down at size. I tell you what, I think it would make it easier for him to get out as you're going to watch him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Or the other option. Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So yeah, I cast enlarge. I cast reduce on it, and so it has to make a con save.
Nice.
Sorry, G, I was just like, oh, I made it big. Oh, I didn't. Whoops. That's on me, guys. Yeah.
Made it much worse.
We are hitting the reduce part of our reduce, reuse, recycle.
We are. This is good. Unfortunately, that is a 22, Con.
Yeah. Passes.
That does
yeah.
make sense of con.
Cool. In that case, as it passes, we'll just do that. Yeah. So as I cast this and it does nothing, I then bonus action going to wild shape because I can combat wild shape.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to become another enormous tentacle.
So much tentacles.
Amazing. You just.
But just to make it like really super gross and creepy and weird, because why not? This is an enormous tentacle, but like it's not like oily or greasy or anything, but it is just like my flesh. It's the color and texture of my flesh. A huge beast. There's freckles. There's some like ginger hair on bits of it.
Love it.
Wow.
Amazing. As it's just this flesh beast is now here, and again you just hear Gatecrashers go, "Oh my! Oh what?
Oh dear God.
Oh God! What else? What else has Gatecrasher been studying? What?" Gee, I'm afraid all the other Gatecrashers think that you're an experiment. He's been giving you like experimental drugs, and this is you, kind of like, "Oh no! Oh, I'm Cronenberged."
this is the Giga G.
Yeah. But that is your, you're now that's there.
Yep.
As we come to the end of the turn, we hear echoing down the corridor, a cry of both hoot, 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 double hooting. Something is coming running down.
Another. Oh my god! All right.
Again, it might be friendly. It might want to just take you out.
Why not?
You might have to hit it with a hammer. Speaking of hitting things, Chippy.
Back in.
I would like to hit the with my staff first.
Which one are you going for?
The
wizard
big
The big tentacle.
the mean tentacly one.
That's fair.
Yes.
This is kind of like
Nice.
it's tentacly. There's a slight like you can kind of see like little human legs. So like it's bad experiments have been done on this thing. Yes, Chippy, you pull yourself away from the wizard, who's like, I don't want to be eaten. I just don't. You go.
You won't be. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
That does hit.
Cool. That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage. I will attempt a stunning strike. That's a cons saving throw, just in case.
I roll con. I get a no 19.
Okay.
19.
That's a hell of a reference.
Just for the attempt of it. For my second attack, I then just put the staff on its end, and I would like to cast Fireball.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, chips. Chips are down. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just quickly.
I've charged up my staff. Patient specialist, so no allies are injured at all. I promised the wizard that they wouldn't get eaten.
That's nice. Okay, so yeah, it's particular. So it's just hitting this thing. It's not getting any of the allies. No.
Yep.
Jesse's like, that's my boy. It's just
So I would like to hit everyone who's mean and attacking us.
so. Currently, that is the Eldritch Horror, the assassin who I'm taking the assassin off the board as far as I'm concerned. So that's Tentacle Monster, the Knight, and the Wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can do it. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's a dex saving throw on all of their parts.
We begin with the
Half
Tentacly.
damage.
Tentacly gets a 21. The Knight is still prone, correct? Ed wouldn't have had a chance to
Yes.
get up.
But will do next turn.
Yeah. Gets a 5 on the dex anyway. And the Wizard. God damn, the Wizard. Nat 1 for free.
Okay.
Nice.
30. 38 points of fire damage. 6.
So,
Rolls that well, comparatively.
Wizard very, very badly hurt.
They're still alive?
On 9.
Single figures, I
Yeah,
imagine.
down to single. The Eldritch Horror passed, so that's half, so that's... Is that 8? It was 36 you got, right?
38, so that's
38.
19
19 points.
points of fire damage to them.
Yeah.
G,
Yeah?
did you fire with your cannon last turn?
No,
Do you want to?
I couldn't because it's a bonus action that I had.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
because
Sorry, I was just remembering.
and now you're big old tentacle. It happens.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. A slightly damaged knight, a pretty fine tentacle monster, and the wizard just. Yeah.
I'm going to, with my bonus action, mercy punch the wizard.
Looks at you and is like, I long for this now. Please.
Wow.
You won't believe it. I had a good reason for doing this. It was mostly wanting change, but
And we'll do that in your name. We'll find your manifesto and do it properly.
whatever you say, little squirrel. Just kind of like lifts his head, like, go on.
Feels like the conversation they had with the person who shot Donald Trump.
Luckily, I rolled a 6, so that's 9 points of damage, which I think is.
That is exactly as you just.
That's what I'm saying. Luckily,
Go on.
Nice.
How do you do this?
Merciless, clearly.
With no mercy.
I mean, they came in, they killed our people, they didn't do it properly, they attacked my territory and my people. But they show signs of remorse, so I'm going to leave enough of them that if we want to go and resurrect them later, we can.
As the fist comes back, he's like, "You can't do non-lethal damage." And he just crumples his wizard staff, rolling away. Yes, nice. That is one defeated wizard. Even with the mage armor, that wasn't. Yeah.
Good work.
Good work, shippers. Yeah.
why all of my cute creatures tend to end up being really bloodthirsty.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it.
And is that your action bonus action?
Action bonus action, and then I just turn around to look at Jesse, going, "We're doing good."
Yeah, mate, we're doing great. Hey, yeah, we'll chart that up as a kill for you. That's great. Well
Yay!
done. As you also watch as watery tentacles.
Watch behind you.
Sorry.
Watch behind you.
She just, as someone comes in a cleaver, and she just grabs him and is like, "Cool," extracts the water from there. There.
Oh.
Yeah, she's.
Nice.
Yeah. Vavasaur, I believe that is you up next.
Right, so the knight...
Was prone.
The thing... So, do I try this again? Because, for goodness sake...
I mean, go on.
Yeah.
It was 6 seconds, so it's not...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's try this again, because, for goodness sake... okay. So... It's not getting much better. Give me a second. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, 15.
On the night, unfortunately, no.
Oh my God. Okay.
Again, he's in armor.
I know, that's what I mean. I
Yeah.
thought I would be able to get through like a couple of times, but apparently not. I've yet to roll double figures. Hang on.
Yes, Chippers.
Did you use your bless and your 1 time per turn extra bless?
Not for the last one. I will do that. That's a very good idea.
We can retroactively go back. What did you get?
If that's all right, that would be lovely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for the first time, damage. That's fine. Hang on. Yeah. So, 9 damage for the previous one,
Beautiful.
and then the next one is a 25 to hit. So that
definitely hits. Yeah.
Okay. And then the damage on that is another 9.
Nice.
And then one more for luck. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, hang on. Stand by. 18?
Beats it.
Yes. Okay. I'll make a kebab out of you yet. That's actually 10 damage. So what's that? 28 damage in total.
Beautiful. I think, again, where you just are like, no, this is how this trick works, and hit in the exact same spots.
Yes.
As you punch.
This time I got it right. Exactly.
He's just like, oh, no. Just, again, like, kind of hoarse because he's been laughing so intensely. He's like, oh, no, oh. I also won't lie to you. I also don't want to get eaten, but
Are you going to attack the master anymore?
No. I'm more worried about the big, horrible thing that's going to try and eat us
Let's
all.
concentrate on that then, and we'll actually help him up. I think if he professes that he's going
Yes, yeah, that's fine. What's your passive
the rest of my
insight?
movement?
Just
My insight.
Yeah.
That's a different thing altogether. 13.
again, I know me saying that sounds like there's some sort of nefarious thing. It's self-preservation, but also that sort of thing of like going. I think your sense of like honor would be like, yeah, he said he wasn't going to, and also he would be incredibly foolish to just be like, hello,
I'm right there.
yes, yeah, but you've helped him up, amazing.
That's the finish of me.
That's finished. Oryx,
Eldritch Horror.
yes.
Where is it?
Eldritch Horror is has pulled, like, the way I'm thinking about it is like you guys are on like the table was that sitting around. You're all on the left side of the table. This thing has like pushed the table back. It was on the right, having pulled Quince in. So it's just it's close. It's the other side of a room. It's huge.
Okay.
Tell me what you're thinking, because I could probably. If you're worried about hitting other people, we can work. Yeah.
And no, I actually want somebody else to hit this thing, which is my strategy.
Oh, okay. Who do you want?
What's the situation with Vavasor? Who is Vavasor engaged with?
Vavasor just help the knight up.
But he's engaging with the robot, right?
The robot got crushed by this tentacle thing. So currently, of the wrong-uns, there is only the tentacle creature.
And who is in melee range with that creature? Any one of us?
I'm gonna say most. It's very big, It's very big and very tentacly. Yes, I think it's that sort of. I think if any of you would now, like, that assassin got away with fortune because everything is in like grappling distance.
Killing everything.
Yeah.
Second question: we haven't taken damage, right? I think. Has anybody taken damage? No.
I don't think anyone has actually. I don't think anyone's actually been able to.
Spanking these bastards.
Yeah.
So no need of healing. That's great.
No.
So Vavasor, come on, mate. You can do it. Commanding strike. Could you please make a melee attack against a tentacle creature?
Yes. Okay. It has to be a melee attack, right?
Yes.
Punch it.
That's wicked. Well, that's. I presume. Inflict wounds doesn't count as a melee attack, does it?
As a spell.
No, it's a spell that you make a spell. You cast a spell, and as a part of the casting, you make an attack.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's a bit
So
like
it's not
green
used- okay,
flame
cool.
blade, where it's like, yeah, it's an attack spell.
Breath of the Dragon. Could that be an attack?
Melee.
It's an ability.
And I think it has to be a melee. I'm not sure if it's a weapon attack.
I think Oryx is just trying to get you to punch this
Yeah,
tentacle.
Which I'm totally
hit
up
it.
for. I'm
Just
just
hit
No, it's worth having a look to see if you've got anything you can.
Yeah. I know, because it's a ranged attack. It needs to be a melee attack. That does make sense. Okay, cool. Now I can definitely do, smack it with my short sword. That's fine. Ooh, 20.
Nice.
You're a blessing in disguise for me. Not even in disguise.
Yeah, please roll that damage.
Cool. With my rage, so that's
Ooh, beautiful.
9.
9, and then you add a 1 to the damage. Yay!
I'm
mean,
10. That will do.
Yeah, it's just. Right, so you're just inspired by the come on, just do it. And you just it's like punching a blancmange, hot, horrible blancmange.
Sticky. Yeah, horrible.
You sort of like you also there's gurgling. You're like, This is not a place of honor.
No.
My spiritual weapon was engaged with the wizard.
Yeah.
Do I have to move it in order to hit the tentacle?
How what's the movement on the spiritual
I
weapon?
think it can move 20 feet.
I'm going to say yes, you can hit it, but just sort of like, because that moving it isn't going to take up an attack, is it? It's just movement. It's
You can move it and attack at the same.
that's the thing where I'm just going to go for theatre of the mind. Yeah, you're just going to have to move it like a couple of feet just to kind of get like one of the long tentacles. Yeah.
20 to hit.
That does hit.
Nice. For 17 force damage.
Very
Cat
good.
is-
It's just this cat just like, yeah. Screech is like,
And that's my turn.
brilliant.
Come on, people, take damage. Make the healer work.
Make it out. The tentacle is gurgling, and you all faintly hear it. Oh, is this the result of my wicked ways? No, I've learned nothing. As it is slowly digesting. Gatecrasher. Again, one of the tentacles starts coming into bite. Goes for Chippy.
Nasty little thing.
Yeah, Chippy. I assume a 26 does hit.
Shield.
Wow.
Shield. What's your AC now?
22 because I got mage armor on.
I mean, it's still a 26 to hit, but
Shield brings me up by 5.
So
to
27.
27.
27.
In that moment, sand encloses Oryx, teleports next to Chippy, and the tentacle hits Oryx instead.
Oh my god. Okay, Oryx. Okay, so I'm assuming the 26 is going to hit you.
Yeah, it hits. It always hits. You just transfer the damage.
That's fair. As this,
Am I not using a spell slot because you're doing something cool then?
up to you. I think I can retroactively say that.
It's fine.
I think that's the thing. Like you're preparing to cast shield when Oryx suddenly just appears, and in all like his unicorn glory. It's like as this thing just bites down Oryx. I'm afraid that is 30 points of biting damage.
3-0.
3-0 as it just crunks into you.
It's fine.
Poor wounded Oryx just goes, "This is fine." As this thing is like,
No!
as it's trying to sort of like pick you up to put it in its mouth, but you're kind of like it can't quite. As you look in, there is a gatecrasher there with large glasses, like hello there.
So am I grapple?
You are. Not on this attack, just on the bite. That's just the bite.
Yeah.
There is a tentacle attack which is going for. Weirdly, I rolled a 2 again. Hey, chippers. I think that's fair. Like Oryx having been bitten, and now a tentacle is coming round to go. This thing wants to eat you. Maybe it's because of all the delicious nuts.
See how vicious Chippers is, and it's like that one's clearly the biggest threat.
Yeah.
I need to take him in.
Yeah, it just looked at it and was like, squirrel after my own heart.
Or maybe squirrels are just tasty.
Yeah. This might be for you, Talia. It's a 24 to hit.
Then I will use my shield.
This time.
As you just like... this tentacle just like... What does his shield look like?
Gosh. Kind of thing is just making use of what's in the environment the way that a squirrel would. So at the moment, Oryx has come and protected me with that really cool move, and so there's all of this dust around. So I kind of just use my tail to kick it up in the way, and use that as an extra shield.
That's very cool.
And just look at him with like big eyes, going, "Thank you."
Oryx still has his arm. You know, just you haven't lost another. You're like, oh no, not another one.
Not another one.
That is the monstrosity. The knight looks. Vavasaur is like, all right. Okay, time to be a hero. Then kind of leads in. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to do this. I understand you murdered the rest of the party, but do appreciate the chance. As your Gatecrasher's like, Gatecrasher, good to see you. Glad you picked the right side. You must try this chocolate stuff. It's to die for. Cast like another Eldritch Blast. Okay. The knight. Gets a 16, which does not work. So, oops. Well, that's a bit embarrassing. I know. I gets a second attack. Nat 1. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's because
Just get away from me, for God's sake.
Yes. No. It's like maybe it's because someone stabbed me multiple times in the chest. The next one, though, is a dirty 20. Does do...
Nice. From ridiculous to sublime.
Does 9 points, but has he taken... Interesting. No. Something doesn't... There's something that triggers if he had taken more damage. Look, I'm not saying you should have stabbed him more times in the chest, but... So, 3 strikes from the greatsword. Also just sort of like goes... Well, I guess since I'm fighting on the side of the angels, just sort of touch something. Basically, second wind to sort of heals himself up.
Nice. Yeah,
there we go. Just nice to be out of the house, really. We go. The robot is dead. The wizard is dead. We go to G.
Okay. I think. Yeah, as a huge tentacle myself, enormous tentacle, officially.
Of course.
I'm just going to take attack, the constrict attack against the tentacle.
What? You would use its own magics against it?
I know, right? So that's that, plus that is 14, and my D4, 15 to hit.
15.
You got another D4.
Oh, yeah. Give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! That makes it a 19 to hit.
A 19 does beat the AC.
Boom. Cool. So then we want... so it has to... hang on. Oh, no. Nice. 8. And... so 16 points of damage.
Nice.
And it's grappled. So it's restrained.
The tentacle thing is grappled. Well done.
Yeah, so basically, I think I've
exactly.
pale fleshy tentacle has I've wrapped around the tentacle, and I'm literally trying to toothpaste tube
The visuals of this just
out of its mouth.
Nice.
I think that's very funny. I tell you what, I'm going to make it roll a constitution check. Because that's the thing. So above the table, there's this thing where you're like, oh, you do this much damage from inside. It's an NPC. It doesn't seem fair. I think it's quite funny that you are squeezing. It fails the constitution check. It's like, whee! Slightly acid burnt, and sort of like one of the glasses. Yeah, the one of the lenses of the glasses is shattered, but comes out and lands. Well, that's regular. Good news, G. I've got some more research about the terrible tentacle monsters. Why is everyone looking at me like that? As the other Gatecrashers are just there going.
Who'd want to work for him?
Jesse, Jesse very quietly says to Chippy, I bet he would steal your nuts if he had the opportunity.
Oh.
For the podcast listeners, we both were like, me and Chippy are just staring at each other, and then we froze. So we're like, yeah, yeah, we're the heroes.
Main character energy.
Yeah. Amazing. Well done, G, for rescuing your mentor.
And then my bonus action. I think. Yeah, just another shot from my Eldritch Cannon from Otik.
Nice.
So that plus 8 hits. That's only 11.
To hit doesn't hit. I think Otik is a little bit like, which one? Which one do I shoot? I have no color sense. Bless that little heart. Okay, that's you, G.
Yep, that's me.
Amazing. Again, so many people just haven't taken damage yet. Which is, of course, where you've heard the cry of hoot, 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 as indeed a two-headed owlbear just
God,
and skids. It's like hoot, hoot, and looks, and again the gatecrashers are like, oh, that's where that went. They sort of like go. We found a few gatecrashers found like an bear egg, and they're sort of like. Chris is like, it's not me this time. I wasn't experimenting on the owlbear. It could be anyone. Could be any other mad scientist. The other gatecrashers like, around. It's true. We all love to tinker. Who here doesn't love to tinker? Just me. The owlbear is sort of like looking around and is like, it doesn't seem necessarily combative. It just seems like a wild animal that's run in and sort of like has sort of looked around. And it's sort of like taking in, and that kind of, I know I've just brought it in, but it's sort of like going, it's not quite sure what's happening. It's a creature that's just escaped and then looked around and been like, everything is very loud.
I don't like this.
Like the two heads are like looking very confused. And I think it's just going to judge to see what happens now. Top of the initiative, it is our monstrous squirrel, Chippy.
Nice.
New question.
Yes.
How old is the owlbear?
How old? Young. It's not fully grown owlbear yet.
Cool. As confused creature in this world, to confused creature in this world, I would like to ask it to go and find a quiet corner and just chill.
Make a... What's better for you, animal handling or persuasion?
Animal handling, slightly.
Roll animal handling.
Oh. I need a dice that won't fail me. Okay.
Hard to find.
Okay. And I'm going to use my... Okay. 21.
But we're here to help. We heard loud noises and we're here to fight. Don't you want us to fight with you?
Wait until the angry eating thing, tentacle thing goes away.
Then we can help.
And then you can help. Sensibly, you're just a baby.
We're just a baby. As it sort of like, it starts sort of like heading off, and you see like another gatecrasher who again is in long like leafy robes, sort of like comes down and it's like, hey little one. And Chippy just hears like, I was in a box. He's like, okay, again, you shouldn't have been in a box, you should be in a wood. I should be in a wood, you're right.
Are you team revolution, team sensible revolution, or team anti-bad revolution?
Someone looks up at you. I'm team. Let's not hurt the owlbear. Does that help?
Okay, I like you.
I like you too. Yeah, Chippy. That's a free action just to take this thing. Again, I'm going to say take this thing off the board. It's now handed over to a druid who is team. I was just trying to enjoy my soup, and now all of this. It's a separate team, but it is as important.
Absolutely.
There is still a juvenile eldritch horror.
That's fine. Hit it again with my star.
A bonkums.
A bonk. Oh shit. Oh wait, no, I get a D4 with that.
I think you get advantage because I've got it restrained as well.
Oh
yeah.
I'll take that. Oh, that's definitely much better. 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
Fantastic. So I'm going to go a D8. That's not a D8. And I can use my Staff of Power to give it a D6 as well. That's the world's shit as well. 11 points of damage.
11.
11. I have made the world's funnest build, but also no. It's 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of force damage. It doesn't probably matter. But hey.
It doesn't have. It does have a immunity, but it's not any of those.
Cool. I will try and see if
It's definitely badly hurt. I'll give you that. You can see it, especially because it's been crushed. You know, wherever the skeleton of this thing was, G has definitely kind of.
Oh.
with advantage. Oh, cool. That's good. 14. 23 again for the second hit.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. I'm not rolling well with this. 3, 5, 10 points of damage there.
10. Yep.
Attempt to cast a stunning strike on it.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, does it?
It doesn't hurt. It's a con save.
Con save. That's an 11.
Ooh. Cool. It's paralyzed. No, stunned. No. It's grappled and and then I will bonus action punch it. This is the whole punchy round.
Does the stunning come off if it takes damage?
I don't
No?
know.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's how stunning works. But it depends on the.
No, I think for stunned it's just stunned.
For a turn.
For a turn, it's at the end of my turn.
Good work.
Yep. That was a nat 20, so that's 2d6 again.
Oh.
I don't know. I love
Good
this.
punching. Good punching.
Keep punching.
Oh, that's good. 10, 13 points of punching.
13 points of punching. This thing is ropey. This is, you've just...
Nice.
I can safely say it doesn't like to be punched. That's good. That's data. Don't you shush me. I'm a professor. Actually, then...
What's your intelligence score? I bet I'm smarter than you.
I don't... The free green who hasn't really been talking just turns his like, yeah, shut the fuck up. And they're like, spicy. He's got an intelligence of 17.
18, bitch.
Oh.
Okay, if you want to be one of the science officers of the Gatecrashers, then by all means.
I'm a 10-year-old squirrel boy.
They're open to everyone.
I am. Okay, could you lead this task force? I am a child.
Of course I can't.
I shouldn't even be working. I need a supervisor. It's much too late. Beautiful. Okay, Chippy. So that's your action. That's your bonus action. Cool.
Yes, and then with my extra free action I have given myself, I'm going and turning around and I'm petting the owl bear a bit before it leaves.
Hey. What's your name?
Chippy,
Oh,
I used to be a squirrel.
I'm like a monster thing. I don't really know.
You're a baby.
I'm a baby! They both shout very loudly. That, for those of you who don't speak animal, just sounds like it's just hooting. Yes. This version of Chippy has now just got a new best friend.
Hooray!
And yet again, another thing that's been flagged where they're like, interesting, so you've been keeping abominations here. Also, baby owlbears in a box? That's not... It's very much people who've gone on holiday and been like, oh, I brought this thing back. And you're like, that is a predator.
A very deadly scorpion. What are you doing?
Why do you have that? Amazing. Chippy, like a video game, little hearts are coming out of the owlbear. You're like,
I'm having a good day. I don't know about the rest of you.
no one has hit you, no one has hurt you, no one's bit you. Yes, Vavasaur.
Right. So, am I in? Yeah, because I got shifted in and got into hand-to-hand combat. Yeah. All right. So, in which case, I think I'm going to attempt to use inflict wounds. I don't know whether this is going to work.
It's worth a shot.
Try. Oh, hang on! I get advantage, don't I? That's fortunate because I rolled another 4. This thing so hates me. But G gets me an advantage, doesn't he?
Yes.
And it's done, so yes.
Yeah, it ain't going to do anything.
25.
25.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's all the necrotic damage, I think it is. Yes. So basically, I just get as close to it, and that's not as good as I thought. As close to it as I can, and you know that thing when you it's going to be sort of bringing down as a slap, but you know one of those slaps that makes the most like ringing noise, and just from out of there just comes vents along the tail or wherever it is that that I can get close to it on. It's a proper.
And again, this thing ripples. Gee, weird feeling for you as a tentacle. Like, oh. Yeah. How much damage?
16.
16 points of slap. Yes.
No, necrotic actually, but I think just my hand is obviously a necrotic thing. It turns black, and then
I think that's fair. As this thing gurgles and sort of twists. All of you paying attention, I'm like, yeah, that thing's really not healthy.
Not long to this world.
No.
I will follow that up by... Where's the other one? Using the aura effect from my rage to DC 13. DC 13 Dex saving throw. I imagine this thing, but it just fails, doesn't it? Because it'll be
it's grappled.
Yes, it's restrained
and stunned.
So
yeah, so it fails.
Sweet. So that's just okay. That's come on. Where's the dice? 3, but another 3 damage. Why not?
3 points of what?
Lightning damage.
It just wobbles and nothing happens. It just...
Oh, bugger it.
You found the one immunity it has. When I was looking at it, I was like, it's going to be immune to so much. It's like, lightning. I'm like, why? Why?
Of all the things.
Of this creature from beyond the stars. It's like, oh no. Oh, I'm fine with electrics. I do wonder if that implies that maybe there's something more mechanical about this beast. The only way to find out is by getting inside it.
It's a tentacle, it's all rubbery, right?
Yeah, that probably, yeah.
It's a conductor.
Yeah.
That completely makes sense. No, so yeah, exactly.
Vavasaur, is that all for
Yeah, that's me. That's my bonus and
Cool.
the thing. I thought that was really effective.
Oryx?
Oryx is being hit and
Yes.
damaged, and he's not happy about it. But then again, he's not missing. I mean, he's missing limbs for a reason, right? He's not really clever. So first of all, Maneki Cat to the tentacle thingy. Give me a second. If that was a 3 and the original was... That was a terrible roll. 17 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Yeah.
Go little kitty.
That is nice. 13 points of force damage.
Beautiful.
That was my bonus action. So as my action, Oryx wants to use his -2 intelligence to assess the situation, who is in danger, who has been damaged. But I think I'm the one that is being most damaged, right?
Yes. So
Right.
your brain goes, not me.
And yeah, go.
I think it's safe to say that your lunch friends, as they were, have all kind of done quite well. The guy in the armor looks quite hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's also now a large bird creature that's just shouting, but that doesn't. It's Chippy. Chippy has 2 hands, and both of them are used to pet both heads, and is getting switches. You also kind of I like to think the music has gone quite calm and upbeat as you're just let's take this in, and you're sort of looking at this thing, which you're yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Captain from not that long ago. That thing is very badly torn up, and yes, it got zapped with lightning, which didn't hurt, but there's still lightning lighting up its insides, and you're yeah, that thing's probably not long for this world.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, 3rd level myself.
Very
can
nice.
absorb more damage in the future. Okay, 19. It's okay.
That's good. That's
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
than half that
Yeah.
I received last time. And Oryx starts licking himself.
That's the way to hell. That's the way you cure. Yeah.
Yeah, as you're just going, and then you're oh, what about my arm? Okay, also just very quickly
And that's it.
beautiful.
Nice.
It is the Eldritch Horror's turn. It's stunned.
Yeah.
The
Dealt with.
Does it get to roll to not be stunned?
this is why stun is such a horrible thing, and that's why most people don't use it for the PCs. But I'm it's very funny when it happens to you
Yeah.
NPCs, and you're just there's nothing they can do. I will tell you, I ran another game where one of the villains got stunned, and then people were so what do you know? And he's I can't talk. I'm stunned. They're
There's nothing here.
yeah, there's literally okay, so where's the secret plan? He's I can't talk. You stunned me. It would be I think the knight has had other gatecrasher agents and people and is fighting them off, which means it's now G's turn. Because I can say, folks, this creature is on its last legs, and it would also be a bit rubbish. And I was and this pointless NPC is the one who finishes it off. So I'd rather it be one of my PCs. Tentacle G.
So, I mean, I'm just going to roll an attack against it, which
That's fair.
me as an enormous tentacle, I have 1 attack. It's a constricted attack.
Yes.
But well, let's roll it and make sure it hits first of all. That's a 12. That's an 18.
18 does hit.
Nice.
I mean, I'll actually, because of what I get advantage. So just in case it's not advantage. 20. So that hits. It does 3. That's rubbish. That's better. 11 plus 14, 15 points of damage.
15.
And I think what I'd like to do is, like, having being wrapped around it, I'm basically just gonna like, what's the reference I'm going for? Hulk with Loki in the Avengers, that kind of.
I think that's there. Go on. Should just
Annihilating all of the room, basically. Like, this is not going to be a canteen.
Yeah, and actually, like, off the wall, ceiling, like, just generally trashing everything around the room.
Amazing.
As the gatecrashers are like, whoa. So like, it's whatever other combat's going on has kind of weirdly like had to stop now because there's like, and then people were like, yeah, as I said, like people have been choking each other out, like, oh, we're really, this is
done.
We hit
like, whoa, too far.
Yeah, much too far.
Yeah.
Let's take this to the swimming pool area. Okay. The room is slowly but surely clearing out of people. Yes, sort of as everyone has sort of like peeled off, I think it's safe to say it is really just you guys left now. I can say this is on a single figure now. So
What?
yes, it's it's taken a lot of damage and has the stunning strike and also the constriction has really affected it.
It's not done.
As tempted as I am to make the owl bear finish this thing, you know what?
Go. Right there. Bite it right there.
Okay.
Do it.
As the two beaks, one is a 20, the dirty 20. The other is a 17, as it does 9, and it does 9, and yeah, both do 9 as.
Amazing.
As you come out of combat, as you watch as an owlbear just as two heads and just starts eating.
I think at that point I let go and come out of wheelchair. I'm like, oh. It's like probably getting bits of tentacle.
Yes, absolutely. As Chippy just hears, helping! As we do, in fact, come out of combat, sort of like looking around, and like your 4 gatecrashers are sort of like, well, actually 3 of your gatecrashers are like looking, and then, well, okay, so in my defense, we for podcast listeners, Chippy has knocked Quince out. Just crumples. Like again, the free queen is like, well done. Good thoughts. So he's definitely going to prison. just so we're all agreed. All the gatecrashers are like, yeah. I do have to say though. You, young was a tentacle. Where exactly did you get these delicious treats?
It's called Spar. I'll take it.
Spar. Reaches into his waistcoat, pulls out a notepad, and Venusaur is like, "We're going to Spar. Prepare. It sounds deadly. It sounds wicked. Anyone who has such delicious a custard cream. Haven't seen one of these in a while. It's distracted.
Lovely.
Yes, Oryx, your gatecrasher's like, you did very well. Good use of your spells there and your cats. You've taken some more damage. You do know that you can talk to a physician. They might be able to replace your body parts, even.
What?
Did I I not say? No, we've got all
That
sorts
kind
of
of
like.
information is the kind of information that is important to share.
Oh,
Straight away.
apologies. I mean, for my species, we kind of like regenerate these things. I hadn't really thought that you would. That's on me. That's You know what, Oryx? You've taught me a lesson today, and that's.
Never assume all the species can do what yours can do.
That's a very good lesson, and actually, one as a giant telepathic bug man, you would think I would know more, but no.
For example, can you do this? And Oryx starts like coughing and a ball of. Can you do that?
I safely say, no, I cannot. Well done, Oryx.
But
Let's
didn't assume that you could.
That's very kind of you. Let's get you checked out by a healer.
Actually, there is a little bit of blood.
Yes.
The damage of the battle.
They're just like, oh dear.
That's not normal. I think we have.
No, again, I think the blood is a problem. Just as the more's coming out there. Oh, definitely, come along. Chippy, yeah, Jesse sort of. Yeah, that was solidly done. And also, you appear to have, again, like we're looking at, and as she's being jostled, as like the owl bear is like pushing its way in. Hi, I did it. I did the killing. I did the fetching. Are you proud of me?
Very proud. You did really good.
Oh.
Hey.
This is Jessie. No eating. Jessie's really cool and takes care of us.
You look. One of the owlbears has already like started chewing on her trousers, and she's like, "Oh, it's a friendly little mite." Yeah, no, I just. I'm not going to lie to you, Chippers. I'm still quite hungover, and everything got really loud for like the last minute. I just want to say you handled yourself really, really well. I guess my condolences. I didn't know if you heard the. You don't want to be a human, right?
I didn't want to be a people, except for I don't want to not be a people anymore. Like this, I don't want to go back. Like I didn't want to be this, but now I get to hang out with you and do fun things and talk about math.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not the best at the maths, but I mean, kind of gestures over to where Oryx has been escorted off. It does seem that a problem has been that gatecrashers aren't so good at like learning from their assistants, and you've taught me a lot. Consideration to maths, the importance of nuts and nuts-based economy. No, I just want to say, I mean, if you don't want to be a person anymore, I think we could try and sort that. But I've liked hanging out with you. I liked going to the 3-day rave that we did because we helped fight capitalism. Just 2 thumbs up, like yeah, story stands. Yeah, no,
Hold her hand, okay.
just sort of like.
We're going to go and take the wizard to be resurrected because I kind of feel bad. And then we're going to go, you and me and Bertie, that's the owlbear. And then we're going to take over the revolution and make them do it properly.
I mean, strong words, but I mean, someone's got to be in charge. So.
Oh, it's not going to be us. We're just going to yell at people until they do it and then hit them right.
And what's the better way of performing a revolution than that? So, folks, the revolution within Gatecrasher HQ does rage on in different wings, and things are never fully resolved. The assassination attempt on Keeper failed, although things got a bit difficult tracking down people. Nanny, for example, the older Gatecrasher who was with Syrah, mysteriously disappeared, and all was found was the burn marks that shows a portal to Avernus being made, which shouldn't have happened, that Gatecrasher HQ was put down. Also, there was a lot of other like mechanical pieces scattered around the building. It possibly, if you're thinking about a gatecrasher being a force of chaos, a being that runs on the idea of order being manipulated and twisted into a machine, is pretty incorrect. You have to give us that. But things were complicated, and even more complicated when a couple of days later a message came through from the Boneyard revealing that the gatecrashers believed killed by the Tarask had survived.
Okay.
And were going, I quote, to Alton Towers. And just so,
Why not?
would any of this party like to go on a big field trip to a theme park?
Yes.
No. I hate theme parks. I'm really sorry.
Just really...
I specifically loved Alton Towers as a kid. So my alternate self, having been away from the UK for 5 years, is like, yes, I want to go Alton Towers. Yes.
As we sort of cut to free, like...
Is the corkscrew still there?
Yes.
Amazing.
Which is,
That would be my response.
I don't really know, says Oryx's Gatecrasher. I look forward to finding out. The ending picture we have is a squirrel, a human, and a cat creature in a now cleaned unicorn onesie, like on a roller coaster going, whee! In the background, a large portly man is trying nachos and corn dogs and stuff. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here for the chaos. I hope you have enjoyed yourself as much as we have. It's been great fun when with these players, just me going like, cool, tell me what kind of gatecrasher you've got, tell me what sort of person you've got. Surprisingly, once again, folks, you keep planning like intense, difficult combat, and then you're just like, they're not taking any damage. They're just
How does this happen?
It just happens. But I think it goes to show the glory that is the Gatecrasher Corps. Where they're just like, hey. And sometimes you just got to do crimes beyond the ken of mankind in order to advance science. You have to. That's also another character who's like sitting there going, well, that was quite annoying. Maybe that revolution had a point. Where you just hear, shut it! No evil science in the prison. I wouldn't dare. As he pulls out like a little vial or something, and like, once again, folks, thank you so much for joining us. If you do enjoy the kind of games we're playing, we play on Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays is a mixture of some of our 4 to 6 parters, as well as our long-running campaign set in a beautiful homebrew world. You can also, we sometimes stream different games on a Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. You can find us on the social medias at Roll Together RPG, YouTube, Roll Together RPG. Please come join us on the Discord, where our dice heads, we love them. We absolutely love them. The D20 Club, they take good care of us for
Thank you.
as little as one of your local currency. That could be your gold, that can be a yen, that could be goats, as now is established. Give the goats to me for my dinosaur theme park. Look, the law of this, I keep yes-anding, and I make it more and more complicated with every passing moment. I need to reboot myself and just be like, he's just a guy now. He's not a multiversal thing, he's just a guy. Anyway, the D20 Club also built us a Discord and a wiki, so once again, have fun charting all the connections, especially now G and G the player. You know.
Yes.
Thank you to our sponsors and our supporters, but especially, I'd say, to Bearded Ladies, as I am joined by two of the members. And
thank you for having like an advert and talking about it.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Spread the word.
You're very welcome, and I'd just like to say it's been a delight to play again with you two. And,
it's been a while. So
yeah,
glad.
but you know, we've built it. We've built the connections now, and now these characters are at a theme park.
I'm not sure if I'm going to regret putting like a version of myself into the Roll Together universe, but we'll see.
Well, you know, sort of like
We should all do that.
I think that's a very big choice, and very weird, but very fun. Good luck working out what you would be. I would probably be a warlock, because I would just be like, yeah, sure, yes, and okay. Oh dear,
You don't want this, do you? Yeah, that's great.
It's fine. Married to the ocean now.
Straight up cleric bard. I worked that out a long time ago.
That's I can get those vibes.
Me too. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, once again, I keep saying it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the players. As we say at the end of every episode, it's not an abomination against science if you're doing it to save the multiverse. Like you say every episode. Take care, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Even a revolution if you do it right.